Grumbacher Center here at York College. Welcome to the 2024 S3 Performance Training Senior All-Star Games. It's the girls first, the boys second, as we get a look one last time at some of the great senior basketball players from the York Adams League. Hi again, everybody. Daryl Henry alongside Dean Gamber. And welcome to our coverage here on the GameTimePA YouTube channel. Dean, what a season it's been. We took it all the way to the end at Giant Center last night with Central York bringing state gold home on the boys' side. It's been a phenomenal year for so many teams in the York Adams League, boys and girls. One last chance to see a lot of these great student athletes here today. And I'm sure the intensity level should match what we saw last night, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Be a defensive effort right from the get-go. So now a little bit different than from last night, but yeah, still thinking about last night. How awesome was that? But for today, it's just a chance for a neat chance for the boys and girls to put the uniform back on one last time and have some smiles and have some good times and hopefully make some shots along the way.
Yeah, definitely seeing a lot of smiles. These girls that go up against each other all year long now get to play together on these all-star teams. We've got a home team led by York Suburban head coach Jess Weaver and her staff, and the away team led by Southwestern head coach Kevin Klunk and his staff. Both of those teams had great runs this year, and a lot of these student athletes will be playing in college. Some will be playing in other sports. And throughout the day today, we'll have some interviews up here at our press table with some of these girls and boys. And I was down there just a moment ago, and one Mackenzie Gamber told me that she better hear good things said about her on the broadcast. I don't know if she meant by me or by you, or
I think she's asking for you.
The duo.
Yeah. I'll try not to be too harsh.
But it should be a ton of fun. They had this event at West York in previous years and moved to the Grumbacher Center this year. I know proceeds today benefit the York College women's basketball program with concessions and gate revenue tickets as well. So hopefully a great turnout, and hopefully it's an event that we'll see in this building for years to come.
Yeah, I think it's great to have it here at the college and bring the All-Stars here and their families and fans. And back in the day, it used to always be at the college, so I think it's awesome that it's coming back here, and I'm sure the girls enjoy playing here. Girls and boys will enjoy playing here, and I think it's good for the college to host it too, have some of the better players in the county be here, so it's a kind of a win-win.
By the way, our sponsors here today, S3 Performance Training, and also EXP Realty, led by Jonathan Schultz, a former high school coach in the area himself. But S3 is the presenting sponsor of this Senior All-Star Game, and we've been talking about John Turpak and his team on radio throughout this 2023-24 season, and I think we're going to get a chance to dive into the nitty-gritty with the man himself. I believe John will be joining us at some point here today as well. I know his logo is all over the shirts that these players get for this game today. And boy, Dean, it's time to get serious.
Yeah.
One more pregame huddle, and then
check out the intensity as they're coming off the court here.
Lay it all on the line. By the way, the officials today, Joe Hopkins, Mark Longnecker, and Josh Walker for the girls game.
They're going to be blowing there with how many fouls? Should we do an over-under on the fouls it's going to be called?
I hope it's the under, but...
Well, I was going to go low, real low, like maybe 10 for the whole game.
Yeah. And they are playing college rules, so
yeah.
For the girls game, we'll have 4 10-minute quarters and a college three-point line and the whole bit. So as pregame winds down, the home team, they're all wearing, of course, their school colors one last time. The home whites over to our right, the road uniforms to our left. And really good representation today. Lots of real top-level talent in our area. And we saw it from a team standpoint, Dean. The postseason just went on and on, which was a great thing for our area.
Yeah, there's some good players, and a lot of them are here today, so it should be fun to watch. And like you said, for a lot of them, it transmitted to good team play that had some good runs in the playoffs. And it's neat to see. I know a lot of these girls actually from Mackenzie playing with them in AAU and against them over the years. Some really, really good kids, some really good players too. So it should be fun to watch.
I'll have the player intros here momentarily. One of the unique aspects today, we're going to have some players wearing the same numbers. The home team's got 3 number 3s. It's a pretty popular number. I think they're introducing everybody or just the starters?
Yes. I think everybody.
Once we confirm this, we'll get you the starting lineups. Oh, the heck with it. Let's just introduce everybody. For the visiting team, Brielle Baughman from Delone introduced first. And Ciarra Gibbs from York High. Laura Knobloch from Delone being introduced. Yeah, I think they are introducing everybody.
Unless they're starting 6.
Well, I mean, today's the day to tinker. Power play action. Well, for the away team, Olivia Sell from Southwestern, Hannah Metzger from Bermudian, although I don't see her. She was on the roster, but maybe not on the bench, maybe not here. She's also involved in some other sports. But Azyah Smith, Zykira McGee, Ciarra Gibbs, Asia Kirkland, all from York High, Grace Masser from Red Lion. And Irelynd Long, selected from Central, but has been out due to injury. And then 4 Delone Squirettes, Ella Hughes, Laura Knobloch, Brielle Baughman, and Kaitlyn Schwarz. I guess the starting lineups don't matter so much today. Everybody will be coming in and out. But for the home team, as you see, Hannah Carl from Kennard-Dale, Mikayala Coleman from Northeastern, Peyton Conover from Hanover, Colleen Finnegan from Northeastern. Oh, there's Kenzie.
There she is.
Kenzie Gamber from Dover. Paige O'Brien from York Catholic. Here's Ariana Seitz. Oh no, they said number 4, and Ariana got up.
Faked you out, Daryl.
They're actually announcing the other number 4, Janae Rissmiller. Now Seitz, who was the league's leading scorer this year.
2 pretty good number 4s there with Rissmiller and Seitz.
Unbelievable collection of talent. Meredith Smith from York Catholic, Faith Walker from West York. And Amanda Reed would have been here as well, but lacrosse star at York Catholic and had to bow out of today's event. But those are your participants today as we get set to tip off game 1. Not sure if we're going to have the anthem or not.
Straight hoops, I think.
Straight hoops?
Yeah.
S3 Performance Training announced as the presenting sponsor here today. And they've been a great sponsor on radio as well. And I know, Dean, you and I both have appointments to get in there. And
when's yours?
It's in the future.
Mine's right after yours. So let me know.
Okay. Some functional training to get us set for next season. Probably some sit downs. What do they call them? Chair sit downs. As we do up here at the press level. But you and I, we've called many games in this beautiful facility this year, and
yeah,
fun to get a look at some future college basketball standouts today.
Fun to be back.
All right, so your starters for the home team. Now we can tell you without question. Faith Walker looks like she's lining up for the opening tip. Mikayala Coleman, Ariana Seitz, Janae Rissmiller, and Colleen Finnegan for team home. And for the away team today, in the dark colors, Ciarra Gibbs will jump it up. Brielle Baughman, Grace Masser, Olivia Sell. And Gibbs's York High teammate Azyah Smith on the floor with her. So the home team's got it, and they got to figure out which direction they're going. As the first one from deep rims off, Finnegan to the hoop, and couldn't handle the entry from Walker. It'll go over to the away team. I think the range is unlimited today.
Yeah, green lights. Everybody's got a green light.
The away team with Azyah Smith running point. And here's Gibbs from deep, airballed it. Got to get that touch back, got to get that feel back. That was a big part of pregame warm-ups today, I believe. But all these players had great seasons. Their teams had great years. Here's Seitz. And that one carrying off. She'll be headed to Clarion after completing her senior year at Eastern York in the classroom. She's completed it on the basketball court as the league's leading scorer this year at over 20 per game.
Yeah, she just had a great year. She can really score it outside, inside. She does a little bit of everything, versatile player. And there's some defense. Got a steal there.
Look at that
on the floor. Look at this.
And that walled off underneath, huh? Here's Walker on the pull up. Gibbs the rebound. And the away team looking to break the scoreless drought here early. Here's Olivia Sell from deep and a rimmed out. And Mikayala Coleman is on it for Northeastern. Of course, played for her dad. They went all the way to States. Rissmiller spots Finnegan, and that's for three. The scoring begins as she celebrates. Scored the crowd behind her.
Got the three goggles going on. That's not even Colleen's game, but good for her for stepping out and knock it down.
As she takes a step away from her high school softball season to lace them back up today.
It's too cold for softball today. Better off being inside playing.
Here on campus at York College, they've got a softball doubleheader as Olivia Sell connects from the right corner. That was a 2. 3-2 home, and Rissmiller to the hoop as she got so many of her 1,000+ points. 5-2 home. If you have better ideas for team names, Dean, let me know. As Sell works to the basket, it's 5-4.
I think you're on.
And Faith Walker, that's her range. Few are better from mid-range than she is, Dean, and she is so smooth.
She does. Ball comes out of her hands really nice, really good release. She also had a great year, as all these girls did, but Faith does a little bit of everything, inside, outside, handles the ball, presence on the defensive end.
A lot of the country has got Duquesne fever these days, and that's where she'll be headed. We got a foul. Oh, no, we don't. Got to travel.
Called a travel.
Gibbs made a move. What was your over-under on travel calls today?
Let's go with 4.
Well, that would be 1.
1. I might have to decrease the over-under on the foul calls. I don't think we're going to get 10 for the game.
Sights from deep. Finnegan on it. Great rebounder. Finnegan has been, as Coleman tried to dial one up. Walker on the offensive glass, and there's our first block of the day as Sell says no. Here comes team away, and a little bit too long in the lead for Baughman. Finnegan easy pickings down low as Walker cruises up, as Coleman, who will slash and scores it, and it's 9-4. Home team up. Coleman on the board. She averaged 12 this year.
Yeah, nice take there by Coleman.
Again, played for her dad at Northeastern. Headed to Penn State, Harrisburg. First team All-Star.
It's a good get for Penn State, Harrisburg. She'll do well there.
Olivia Sell from Southwestern, the 6-footer, going to Penn State, York. Uh-oh, we got a shot clock. Oh, Masser banks it in at the horn.
Banks are open on Sundays. How about that?
And she'll be playing her college ball on this floor, York College commit. And her first shot here coming with the shot clock winding down, and then picks one off. Little help defense down the lane. Little help defense never hurt anybody. All-star game or not. Here's Smith to Baughman from the corner, came up short. And Walker wants to push, a bounce right on the money. Finnegan missing going in. Ciarra Gibbs, the rebound. Gibbs will be playing on this floor as an opponent at Alvernia. Here's Sell for three. And the 6-foot forward showing off her range. It's 10-9 away.
Yeah, stepping out a little bit, showing that perimeter game.
Finnegan, who opened the scoring from deep, tough to the hoop, and it rolled off. Seitz is there for the putback. I'll tell you one thing, Dean, with Seitz, guard skills, unlimited range, but going to D2 as a 6-foot guard. She's got length as well, and a timeout for subs. But yeah, a true inside-out threat with her size.
Yeah, she's got that good basketball length, long arms, and able to finish inside, and obviously has a good touch outside.
11-10 home if you're scoring at home. In your Dallastown days in the mid-90s, did you ever play against either of the Seitz boys from Eastern?
Well, first of all, it's nice that you said mid-90s, but it's not really true. My last year was 91.
Oh, that's right. Mid-90s, your college. That's right.
That's correct.
That's right.
We didn't really play Eastern that much, but I certainly... wow, we got a shot clock violation.
Sneaking up on people.
They were certainly really, really good players, and saw them play a lot. Probably played against them some, but.
Oh, Kens might get an assist. Paige O'Brien for the three-point try. Kaitlyn Schwarz digs it out. Gamber back on D. And an airmail kick across, run down by Laura Knobloch. Looks like we're going to have multiple Squirettes on the floor at any time. There's 3 out there now as Azyah Kirkland
got a foul.
Bangs low. Is that the first? That's
the first, yeah. Yeah, with 3 girls from Delone, I wonder if they're going to run the flex. They just might run their offense.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
They'll probably hear from Coach Eckenrode.
Hey, he's up there yelling. He probably's yelling at them that they did something wrong.
That Coach Bankos next to him.
Yeah. Got some.
Kirkland second rimmed out. He's got the coach's stance, hand on his hip. Here's Conover for 3, miss, but on the crash in, Meredith Smith had a chance. It's another rebound for Kaitlyn Schwarz. Another trip to the state quarterfinals for that Delone team, and I'm sure they came away disappointed that's all it was. There's a 3, and Ella Hughes, not sure if that was tipped. Home team with it, not for long. Out of bounds on the outlet ahead. Yeah, again, the coaches in this game, Jess Weaver, her Suburban team went to states after the district championship run. Kevin Klunk, his team, a great run through the back half of the season. And there's Gamber on the glass. Has she been getting shots up for this game?
I don't know. We'll see.
Kirkland's not going to let her breathe.
No, she's playing pretty good defense on her there. She got a rebound, though, so she's in the books.
Here's Hannah Carl with it from Kennard-Dale. And off now to O'Brien, goes to her teammate Smith. Again, Amanda Reed would have been here as well. And a 3 from O'Brien is off. Another late shot clock try. And the rebound knocked out into the away team's bench. That's the biggest thing so far, I think, is they're getting used to that 30-second timer.
Yeah, not quite used to that, are they?
That's why we're doing that there today. Give them a chance to play college rules for the first time as McGee tried to corral her own miss. Instead, it's Schwarz. And that wouldn't go. Again, team away. Have a third chance. Knobloch runner, it's in. And the visitors go on top.
Nice little runner there from Laura Knobloch. She was a big part of Delone's success the last couple years.
Got a lot of great volleyball players as well. She's one of them as Smith missed on the step back, but O'Brien carries it out. Both of those Irish will be playing in college. Here's Carl on the baseline try. And the rebound down to Ella Hughes. Long stretch for Schwarz, and it's in. 14-11 as one Squirette hits another. Pick up right where they left off from a 24-4 season. Carl off a foot, and it was her own foot, so the away team will have it. Minute 48 to go in the first quarter. I guess I don't have to keep telling you that. Dan's got the camera pointed right on the scoreboard.
Deep.
Well, that's healthy. McGee just missed from NBA range and beyond. Here comes O'Brien for the Irish, off to Smith, cruising in, got tripped up. Who says we're not defending the lane today? No foul on that. So your bet on the under still
looking all right.
Looking good, yep. Here's O'Brien inside, scoop try. And the bodies of Schwarz and Kirkland prevented her from getting to the hoop. Here's Knobloch in the transition game. It's in, but not today.
Oh,
not that big of a continuation.
Come on, give it to her.
Refs are getting booed already.
Yeah, they're getting booed.
And said it's a blob play. Go into that away team playbook, and Schwarz is fouled going up. And your under is in trouble.
Up to 3?
Couple fouls in a row.
Yeah, the home team's a bunch of hackers out here.
That was Gamber on the last one. As Schwartz's free throw is good.
Kaitlyn got a kick out of that. They're former AAU teammates. They played AAU together, so Kaitlyn knew once she had her posted up inside, Ken's had no chance.
Rebound to Meredith Smith. That's a cool aspect of this. A lot of these girls have played together in some fashion, AAU or whatnot. O'Brien on the attack, and good defense from Schwarz, who corrals the miss. Schwarz, a second-team All-Star this year. And her Delone teammate, Ella Hughes, on the handoff back. Now Knobloch, another Squirette, driving lane, bounce it off. Kirkland from deep to beat the shot clock, and Conover brings it down the 5-footer. Conover from Hanover, ahead to O'Brien, lays it in.
You were just waiting to say that. Conover from Hanover.
I want to overdo it.
Oh, come on.
but maybe. 14-13. And here's Schwarz navigating tight quarters. A walk.
A walk. We're on two walks.
I'm keeping track. A home team looking for a lead before the end of the opening frame. Here's Smith to the basket, and the arm up. Schwarz and Kirkland both had her pinned, and that'll be Schwarz. He's 5'10", Kirkland at 6'1". Both are among the stronger players physically. And Meredith Smith's first free throw good. She averaged close to 10 this year. And headed to University of Mary Washington. And nails both. 15-14 home. And Carl got a hand on the inbound. And it's O'Brien who completes the turnover. Conover down low and swatted away. Zykira McGee to finish the first quarter. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, competitive.
10 minutes in the books. Home team 15. Away team 14. Stay with us. It's the Senior All-Star Game presented by S3 Performance Training.
Take your game to the next level. Join the area's best athletes and coaches at S3 Performance Training. Since 2014, S3 Performance Training has developed many of the best college, high school, and middle school student athletes in South Central Pennsylvania. S3 offers age-appropriate performance training for all participants, including college preparatory strength and conditioning for older advanced athletes. Run faster, jump higher, get stronger, and reduce the risk of injury with S3 Performance Training. S3 Performance Training, located inside Heritage Hills Athletic Club club or visit us online at s3performancetraining.com.
15-14, home team leads. Our other big sponsor today, eXp Realty and Jonathan Schultz. Are you looking for your perfect home? Let Jonathan Schultz, your local eXp Realty realtor, assist you in finding the home of your dreams. Just as basketball requires precision and teamwork, navigating the real estate market requires expertise and dedication. With Jonathan's knowledge and eXp Realty's global network, we'll work together to score the home that suits your lifestyle and needs. Contact Jonathan Schultz today at 717-880-3471. 880-3471 to start your home buying journey. Don't wait on the sidelines. Let's make your real estate dreams a reality. The away team with it. And Sell from the baseline rattled off. Mikayala Coleman the board. Starters back in to begin the second.
Looks like the home team kind of mixed up their lineup here in the second quarter. We got a trap. Is that legal in an All-Star game?
Well, apparently travels are. Yeah. So away team going deep into their defensive playbook. Now here's Gibbs. That York High group of seniors got them to states for the first time in over 30 years. And Sell from the post got a foul on Finnegan.
We actually have a little argument here from coach to the officials, so things are ramping up here a little bit.
I love it. I don't know how to do this with the lack of intensity.
Yeah.
This is a challenge. So anything like that, Jess Weaver getting on the officials, anything that makes us feel right at home.
I've been to a lot of All-Star games in my coaching days, college coaching days, kind of as a recruiting thing, and you would see things from games that would turn out to be just complete layup drills, no defense at all. You'd see some games be competitive. This game, actually, for the start of it, has a little bit of competitiveness going, and we got a little full-court zone trap here from.
How about it?
Yeah, so I mean, we got some. So like I said, actually for the start, the way this game has been played out, we got some things going on here. Some defense are playing a little bit. So I would think if this game stays close and competitive, we'll see this type of game the whole way, which is good.
And Seitz is there to close off Baughman's try. Gamber ahead, and Coleman the layup. It's in. 19-15 home team getting out and running.
Yeah, been a good start to the second quarter, both teams. Getting on the floor for a loose ball.
Azyah Smith had it knocked away, jump ball. And this will go to team home. I think Gamber was the one that got a fingertip on that.
Sure about that? You're just trying to be nice?
I will say this, it's strange to be next to you and calling her by the last name. Shot fake. And on the approach, scores and one. Kenzie Gamber with the finish.
Good take there by Kenzie. Nice little shot fake.
Will she ever make a college decision, Dean?
You're asking the wrong person.
Rebound out, it's off White. Now, what did the AAU summer do for her last year?
Well, a lot of travel.
Yeah.
But actually, it's really neat to see Coach Thomas, her AAU coach, came to the game, sitting down there in the front row. But Coach Thomas has about 4 girls out here, so really nice of her to come and spend her Sunday to support the girls. A lot of friendships, a lot of travel, but also learned some basketball. She improved defensively a good bit. Played against some pretty good competition, so a lot of memories.
And Coach Thomas's daughter Alyssa in the WNBA,
yeah,
former Central Dauphin star.
She does a great job with the program, the Central PA Elite program. She does a really great job, and the girls just love her. And like I said, awesome for her to come out and show her support today.
Everybody's pressing all of a sudden.
Yeah, what's going
Azyah Smith in deep, and Finnegan the D stepped out. Smith and the away team will keep it. I know watching Finnegan a bunch this year, she's all smiles today, but nobody's gonna play harder. We're more fierce. Nasser a try from the side, and Finnegan's got the rebound. And for Finnegan last year, had to miss Northeastern's postseason with the leg injury. Really drove her and the Bobcats this year. Here comes away. Baughman to Smith, who missed from mid-range. And Ariana Seitz looking to break free. Cruising in on the break. And on the transition D, Baughman back. Forced to miss. Here's Masser some room. Try to get around Gamber. And has to pop it back. Smith wheeling her way inside. And Finnegan on the glass again. And Gibbs trying to steal it from behind. There's foul number 4. Or maybe 5. That's 5, Dean. What was
5 fouls?
Yeah.
Ken's is like, what? I'm tired. Dover didn't make any playoffs, so it's been a little bit since she's been running up and down. So she was asking Coach Kemp, when's the next group coming in?
On the big floor today, too.
Yeah, big floor, yeah.
There's Coleman on the try from deep, and her Northeastern teammate, Finnegan, Spinorama, fires it back in.
Yeah, Colleen, and you were talking about Colleen. She's another of Kenzie's Team AAU teammates, and everything you said about her is true. She's a competitor. She likes to mix it up and plays hard all the time.
Coleman pinching over on the sideline, knocks it out. Boy, wholesale subs.
You gonna call them all out?
Nah.
Come on.
Did that pregame. 23-15. Team home.
Good stretch there from team home. See if team away can respond here. We got 3 Delone girls and 2 York High girls on the floor for team away.
Now here's Schwarz across for Knobloch. Both of those girls are also volleyball stars at Delone, and the entry inside a bit behind. Here comes Hannah Carl from Kennard-Dale. And off now to Faith Walker with the crossover and blocked from behind, but a foul whistled on Kirkland.
Yeah, you get a little glimpse there of her skill level, going in between the legs there and making a good move, good first step. Future's bright.
And I'll tell you, Dean, watching her as an underclassman, you could see the talent, but the way that she has grown from freshman to senior year, her ability to just flat out take over now, I mean, it jumps out.
Yeah, she certainly did. Had a heck of a senior year and went on a really good run. Played some really good ball late in the year.
West York, a state playoff team.
We got the full court pressed on, and
we might get a 10-second.
Tell you what, these teams are going after it. Love it.
Okay, Knobloch had tenths of a second to spare. There's Schwarz on a cut, and Carl got a hand on it on the denial. Carl also a lacrosse standout at KD. And I'm not really up on my lacrosse recruiting knowledge, but online it looked like maybe she had an offer from East Stroudsburg. I'm not sure if she committed, but really good lacrosse player. Conover digging in on D, and Knobloch firing as Carl chases. It hits the end line before she got there. Conover, a field hockey star, going to Lock Haven for that.
There you go.
So a lot of multi-sport stars here today.
Ooh.
Some contact, and Rissmiller poked it to Conover. Oh, a little bit behind Rissmiller, and I could hear her say sorry.
Yeah, that's funny. As soon as she left her hand, she's like, oh, sorry, she knew.
25-15 home. Knowing Jess Weaver, she's coaching to win this thing today.
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
She'll be playing checkers at home, and she's going to give everything she's got.
Kaitlyn Schwarz with the finish, and one. And the away team trying to put together a little answer here.
Yeah, nice finish from Kaitlyn. And Kaitlyn, another one of the AAU teammates that I've seen throughout the years. And seen her score a lot of baskets like that. She's really, really good around the basket and finishing. And just a great kid, too. Great spirit about her, always smiling.
Here's Rissmiller from the outside. Schwarz, another rebound, dominating the glass here in the first half. And now she'll flare out to the wing. McGee thinking about it. And here's Ella Hughes, who penetrates in and draws a foul. It was such a shame. The district final, Hughes had to sit, got banged up in the semifinal, but one of the really, really outstanding defensive players in this league, let alone what she brings to Delone on the offensive end.
Yeah, that was a tough blow for Ella and the team to deal with. Great kid, and spent a lot of time with Ella and her family too. And she's, like you said, defensively, she does a heck of a job. She usually guards the other team's best players, does a really good job at that. Has the ability to score it too.
Away team on a run. 4-0. Here's number 4 from Suburban. And Rissmiller's 3 came off the palm a little bit. Got a bunch of Mary Washington commits here. Rissmiller, Smith, Brianna Valentine from Fairfield was scheduled to take part, but unable to make it today, I guess. And she's a Mary Wash commit as well. Step back.
Oh,
that was from a healthy range. McGee misfiring. And Walker ahead as Smith, or O'Brien rather, backs it out, hits Carl from deep. And the rebound to Ella Hughes, getting up and down the floor pretty well now. Little end-to-end action until that.
jinxed it, Daryl.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, Mary Washington, good program, good coach. I know that coach. She's done a really good job down there. So getting some quality players from the area.
Well, that works. Paige O'Brien doing some banking on this Sunday.
How about that? Stealing my lines, Daryl?
Just dipping in. She's headed to Alvernia, so I guess we'll see a fair bit of her as Rissmiller gets up on McGee and fouls her.
Yeah, it's going to be neat. One of the other things that happens when you forge these friendships through AAU and county and stuff like that, you get to, the girls that do go on and play at the next level and kind of follow them and see how they're doing. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun to do that.
What is that schedule like? Is it a full summer or what?
AAU?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually it starts kind of springtime now. But yeah, pretty much full summer.
Put some miles on the car.
Put some miles on the car. But like I said, a lot of time together with friends and families, and a lot of memories. So Kenzie's team had a trip out to Chicago last year where they went out on a charter bus and visited Notre Dame and Northwestern.
Oh, Faith Walker to the basket and one. Walker, the number 2 scorer in the league, behind only Sights, 18.2 this year. And she is, they don't have her shoot from outside a whole lot, but she's a 3-level scorer.
Yep. Yeah, I think at the next level you'll see that a good bit out of her. And like we talked about with her mid-range game, ball comes out of her hands really nice. So no reason why she can't shoot it really good from the 3-point line as well.
31-21. Home team's biggest lead if you're scoring at home.
Pretty good crowd here, Daryl.
Yeah, it is. Glad to see that. There's Ella Hughes working under the hoop. And her first field goal, she's got 4.
Nice finish there by Ella.
Conover from Hanover at point guard. Here's Rissmiller to Paige O'Brien. Lets it fly. And a rebound off to Laura Knobloch. A critical final 2:45 of this half, Dean.
Yeah.
As away team tries to charge back. Oh, Schwarz on the Delone connection, but Hughes couldn't finish. And we have another tie-up. It's going to stay at this end. Time for some subs. For the away team, it's a whole line change back in. Seitz and Smith back for the home team. Ciarra Gibbs sends it in. Here's Masser with it. Masser was left over with Redline. They had a whole bunch graduate. And so much of the offense had to go through her. Defenses were able to really key on her all year. And still averaged double figures, one of the top 3-point shooters in the league.
Yeah, she can really shoot it. If she's open, if she gets an open look, good chance it's going to go down.
Led the league in threes last year. Here's Baughman inside and unable to hit. Again, it's going to stay with the away team. They're getting some offensive zone time here. As Mikayala Coleman will sub back.
I think we got it. She have foul trouble there? Does Hannah in some foul trouble? She's got 3 fouls.
Jess got to protect her.
You don't want to foul out of a high school all-star game. Actually, maybe you do. It'd be something to
Might be a record. As Coleman draws one on Masser, who was in disbelief.
Good take there by Coleman. And Masser thought she had it clean.
Her dad, Kyle, the AD at Redline, across the way, just sitting in amusement, watching today.
Yeah, great family. So we'll be fortunate here. We'll be able to get to continue to see him, and it'll be neat to see them come to be at the games. And she's got a bright future ahead of herself. Like I said, she really shoot it.
Mikayala Coleman hitting both. I didn't realize that Kyle, he played wide receiver in college. He was the wide receivers coach for a long time on Jesse Shea's team football at Redline.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Now the AD. Here's Baughman. Oh, Ariana Seitz the reach across and slaps it away.
Nothing easy here tonight.
Defensive clinic from Seitz anyway. Now here's Masser. And off to Sell. Defensive switch.
Yeah, they're talking, they're communicating.
And Walker going for the tie-up. They wrestle with Masser. It's a jump ball. And it's home team ball. Walker, the intense reach, but also a big smile as she did it. Coleman trying to cross over Azyah Smith, who was up to the task. Trying to use a Riss Miller screen, and that dribble deflected out toward the bench. Riss Miller spots Walker. Man, did they ever have some heavy battles in games that counted for a whole lot. Walker from deep, and it's off to Gibbs. Now Baughman on the pull-up, and that wouldn't drop. Riss Miller had it knocked her way. Across for Seitz. Gibbs a good angle. Seitz goes cross court. Walker stops. Left it a little bit short. There's Sell from Southwestern. Again, headed to Penn State York, and her pass deflected. Away team ball with 49.5 left. Got some interviews at halftime, I understand.
All right.
You can handle those. I'm just kidding. Here's Gibbs inside. Trying to get her own and flung it out to Masser. Runner. That went off short. Rebound to Meredith Smith. And Seitz down the floor. Coleman bursting to the hoop but couldn't finish, and she takes a seat.
Might just stay there. Wait for it to come back.
Gibbs at the other end scores and one. Coleman ended up in the front row. She went in so fast.
She really did a good job running the floor there and pitched it ahead to her. Just wasn't able to get it to go. And the away team gets it coming back the other side, and Gibbs gets a little 5-point swing here, Daryl. Potentially 5.
Could be big.
Yep. Mark that down as we talk about when we break down the game afterwards. This could be a game-changing event right there.
Dean's got the coach's film later for us as Rissmiller attacks and hits. Final 10 seconds of the first half, 35-26. Baughman on a cut to the basket. Layup rolled out. Here's Seitz from behind midcourt, and that'll do it for the first half. That was fun.
Yeah, that was actually well played. I give all the coaches and the players a ton of credit. Both teams kind of got after it a little bit. Entertaining. That was fun.
35-26. It is the home team leading at the half. Pretty balanced scoring. Walker had 7. Coleman had 6. O'Brien and Finnegan each with 5. Rissmiller and Seitz each with 4.
Yeah.
And for the away team, Sell had 8. Hughes with 4, but pretty balanced across the board. By the way, a couple other things here today. We're going to have some of the young players take the floor, young AAU players here at halftime, and the high school, the senior all-stars waiting to greet them, form a little high-five tunnel for them to come through. And the other thing I wanted to point out today, the York College women's basketball team, they are working the event, so they might be taking your tickets, selling your concessions, greeting you at the entrance. Betsy Whitman's ladies doing a great job. And here come the young Lady Raiders.
They're ready to go. That was pretty neat, yeah, but like you said, all the girls there lining them up, giving them high fives.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So they get to shine here at halftime now. Oh, again, it's 35-26. Home team up here at the break.
Uh-oh.
And we'll take a quick break. I think we got interviews coming here at halftime. We'll be back. You're watching the S3 Performance Training Senior All-Star Game here on GameTimePA.
Hey athletes, want to take your game to the next level? Join the area's best athletes and coaches at S3 Performance Training. Since 2014, S3 Performance Training has developed many of the best college, high school, and middle school student athletes in South Central Pennsylvania. S3 offers age-appropriate performance training for all participants, including college preparatory strength and conditioning for older advanced athletes. Run faster, jump higher, get stronger, and reduce the risk of injury with S3 Performance Training. S3 Performance Training, located inside Heritage Hills Athletic Club, or visit us online at s3performancetraining.com.
Halftime here at the Grumbacher Center. Home team leads 35-26. That's not so important. Having fun and seeing these senior all-stars display here today is what is important. And our first interview of the day, Red Line senior all-star Grace Masser is with us. Grace, how much fun was that first half?
So much fun. It was so much fun.
You play against and with so many of these girls, so what is that dynamic like when you're on the same team in an all-star game format?
Honestly, it's like we're just having fun with each other. We're just laughing the whole time because like we played against each other, so we know what we can do. We know what to how to play to each other's personnel. And when we're doing it in the game, it's like, wow. Like when you're playing against people, it's like over time, it's almost like you're still playing with them. So then when you actually get to do that and be on the same team, it's really interesting and to see how you can play with people from both sides, against and with them. It's a lot of fun.
How much were you looking forward to this today?
Oh, I was looking forward to it for a while. Once I found out my name was on the list, I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. I get to interact with everybody that I was always enemies with, we were always against each other for years.
Yeah, obviously during the season it's so intense. What was it like walking in and getting in the huddle and getting in warm-ups with a lot of these great competitors today?
It was, I don't know the word to describe it. It wasn't like nobody had the chip on their shoulder hey, I'm better than you. Everybody just walked into it kind of welcoming, and we were all just like, hey, like, how's it going? Like, nice to meet you from this point of view. And then we just meshed together.
I know your senior season at Redline, you guys have a great program. You graduated so much, though, and I know so much of the defensive focus was on you. So how were you able to navigate that this year and you know, try to make the best of being you know, I guess really a veteran on a really young team? I'm sure a lot of those girls looked up to you.
Yeah, it was really interesting. From that point of view with the defense, it was definitely eye-opening for me. Like, it really forced me to play every position instead of just, like, you know, shooting. Like, my game got a lot better all around from the defensive, like, that I got played against. And it was also different from a leadership point of view. Like, you couldn't just play your role. You had to play everybody's role and make sure that they were playing theirs, you know?
Go ahead, Dean. You got anything?
What's the game plan for the second half after being adjusted in the first half?
I can't give it away here with Mackenzie here.
Okay, all right.
That's true.
Fair enough.
That's true. Frenemies today. She's on the other team. What's next for you, Grace?
York College women's basketball.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
All right, that's exciting.
Yep. So excited.
When did you commit?
I committed September.
Okay.
Going into this year. Yep.
What are you going to be studying?
Psychology.
Ooh.
I think I'm going to minor in human services.
Nice. What's your dream job? Or too early to?
Forensic psychology, to be like FBI type of thing. But I'm
That's
not smart
awesome.
enough for that, so.
Sure you are. Sure you are.
What about the last couple months of high school? What do you have going on? No spring sports, right?
No.
Okay.
Nope. I just got some church basketball and graduation. That's really all my plans.
Does your dad rope you into helping with athletic events from time to time?
Yep, yes, he does. Ticket selling.
I figured. I thought I saw you doing that. But.
Yep.
Well, Grace, appreciate you coming up here at halftime. Let you go enjoy the rest of the day.
Yeah, awesome job, Gray. Awesome to see you here.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you in green and white.
Heck yeah, man.
In the future.
Yep.
It's Grace Masser joining us here at halftime, and she'll throw the headset Kenzie's way as Mackenzie Gamber joins us here next. Kenzie, you had a nice N1 finish.
I did,
in that first half. How'd it feel to get up and down the floor a little bit?
Oh my goodness. I've been out of season for a little while now. I'm winded, Daryl, I'm winded.
Well, Dean here, he said that it looked like you were maybe asking for a sub at one point.
Hey, I tried to do it discreetly. Couldn't let anyone see me, you know, wanting some water.
Well,
that's the bad part of having her dad out here. It's hard for her to do anything discreetly.
Yeah.
Because I'm always picking up on what she's doing. But.
Yeah, not just my dad, my grandfather saw that a little bit. Wasn't too happy about my hand raising for the sub.
That's okay.
That's true. You're
out there playing hard. I was saying to Daryl, actually, with some of the All-Star games that I've been to, this has been impressive because there's a lot of defensive effort out here and running the floor. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, we're trying. Jess wanted us to be in full court, man. She said she's ready to get after it right from the start, so.
Yeah, so I know your grandfather is not far in front of us here today. He's right down there watching. What like when you come off a game, the wisdom that you must get from your dad and your grandfather must be amazing. What is it like to come home after a game and kind of flush things with them and talk it through and kind of go over it like that? What's that like in the Gamber house?
Well, really it's just seeing the game from a whole different perspective, to be honest. I get my own take on the game from being on the floor, and hearing it from what they see really helps me to learn what I can do better. It's really helpful. It is. As much as sometimes I want to come home to just my dad and grandfather, it's great to have coaches too who know what they're talking about, and I love it a lot. Wouldn't trade the world for them.
What are your earliest memories of your college basketball?
My earliest memory of your college basketball has to be probably Julian Watson. He was my favorite player. I loved Julian, watching Julian, just the energy, the hustle. you know.
Even though he's a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, I can't talk about that too much. I try to ignore it. I love my Eagles, so.
Julian was always great with Kens and a great Spartan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a game winner in the postseason to kick off that 2012 run.
Yeah, if he doesn't make that shot, that would have been quite a different ending there.
Yeah. Are you a UNC fan, Kens? Were you
I am a UNC fan.
like mom and dad?
Yes, I am. My favorite player right now is Cadeau. Love watching him. Such a young player, but he knows so much. I love him.
Nice. Well, what's next for you? I know I give you grief. Hey, Kens, you gonna pick a school anytime soon, or?
Hey, man, everybody gives me grief. I'm really trying to, narrow down my decisions, but I wouldn't feel right telling you I have one today, because I certainly do not. So,
which is okay. That's all right.
As soon as
right.
I know, you guys will be the first to hear.
I know. I give you.
I don't know,
guff,
Daryl. You might hear it before me.
No, take your time.
It's all good.
Make the right one. What do you want to study? Do you have any thoughts on that?
I want to study supply chain. I've gotten a head start here at York College, taking a few classes. So anything business management, any type of stuff like that really interests me. So I'm excited to continue my path with that.
Very good. What about broadcasting?
Man, I don't think I'd be too good of a broadcaster.
You'd be good. You'd be fine.
I'm nervous
Ken.
answering your questions right here.
I know. It's been a very heavy interrogation here at halftime. Dean, any more hard-hitting questions for your daughter before we?
No, not really.
No?
Just a great job, and it's been fun to see you. And you talk about your college memories. My memories are just her and Kels sitting behind the bench so many times. So it's neat to see her out here playing on the court.
Yes, yeah. I do remember when you were very tiny. And your grandfather had a dog in Old Wolf Gym, and that was what you were most interested in, not basketball, but the golden retriever. I do remember that.
Always.
But no, great to see you, Kens. Enjoy the second half. It's a lot of fun for us to sit up here and watch it, so I hope it's that much more fun for you guys.
Yes,
yeah, have fun in the second half.
Thank you so much for everything. I'm having a great time with all my peers and players that I respect heavily on the court, so ready to get back out there.
Awesome. Go hoop it up.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right.
Love you.
Mackenzie Gamber joining us here at halftime. Our thanks to Kens, also to Grace Masser. And we will take a break as halftime winds down. The little ones from the AAU circuit are out there for the halftime entertainment, and the big kids putting on a show. The seniors, the senior all-stars leading it, or the home team I should say, leading it 35-26. If you're scoring at home, you're at the half. Now we'll take a break and more from the Grumbacher Center. Second half action when we return here on Game Time PA.
Hey athletes, want to take your game to the next level? Join the area's best athletes and coaches at S3 Performance Training. Since 2014, S3 Performance Training has developed many of the best college, high school, and middle school student athletes in South Central Pennsylvania. S3 offers age-appropriate performance training for all participants, including college preparatory strength and conditioning for older advanced athletes. Run faster, jump higher, get stronger, and reduce the risk of injury with S3 Performance Training. S3 Performance Training, located inside Heritage Hills Athletic Club, or visit us online at s3performancetraining.com.
Westwood One presents Today in Women's Sports. Let's head over to the pitch and check in on the new NWSL season, which kicked off last week. The Women's Soccer League now has 14 teams with the addition of Bay FC. The new club is based in San Jose and just won their first match in team history versus Angel City. The defending champions are Gotham FC, who represent the New York, New Jersey area. They're led by World Cup champs Kelly O'Hara, Crystal Dunn, and Rose LaBelle. Gotham did, however, lose their opening match of the season to the San Diego Wave. The Kansas City Current are in their 4th season of existence, and they just opened their brand new 11,000-seat stadium last Saturday. They defeated the Portland Thorns 5-4 in front of a sold-out crowd. 16-year-old KC rookie Alexis Pfeiffer became the youngest goal scorer in league history in the win. With Today in Women's Sports, I'm Amber Theo Harris on Westwood One.
When you wake up well-rested on a great mattress, everything becomes clear.
My life coach has a terrible life.
Things you missed when you were tired finally reveal themselves.
I use memes as a coping mechanism.
At Mattress Firm, we know the right mattress matters. While supplies last, save up to 50% on select Tempur-Adapt floor models. All with free and fast delivery. The right mattress matters. We'll find yours. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Charles Barkley in a pickup game.
We'll take Barkley.
Ha! First pick. Sorry, kids.
Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision?
Okay, here's the plan. Pass me the ball.
Now it's almost time for the second half here. Home team leading 35-26 here in the S3 Performance Training All-Star Game. They're the proud sponsor. Like many of today's All-Star participants, you can train with the area's best athletes and coaches at S3 Performance Training. S3 offers age-appropriate performance training for all participants, including college preparatory strength and conditioning for older advanced athletes. Run faster, jump higher, get stronger, and reduce the risk of injury with S3 Performance Training. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, or visit www.s3performancetraining.com today. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Away team ball, and Masser fires. Missed a deep 2. Again, though, she is one of the best from the perimeter in the area, bringing her talents here. And on a kick out, it went through the hands of Rissmiller. So the away team will have it back. It's funny, Rissmiller and Walker all smiles today. It was not that way.
No, they were going at it. They were going at it, but that's one of the neat things about things like this. You go from going at it, and I'll tell you what, Coach Kemp, Coach Weaver, sorry. She's ruthless out here, trapping, and she's putting it all out there for him.
Got ourselves a timeout on the floor. 22 seconds into the second half. Yeah, that Suburban West York girls semifinal game, that was as fierce of any game that we have seen all year. That was something else.
It was something, and both teams were really going at it, just in an incredible atmosphere. One of those, high school kind of small gym, everything's on top of you, and girls were out there making plays, went right down to the end. That was a heck of a game.
That was certainly a great night for girls basketball in our area, just the atmosphere and everything. Masser trying it again, and the rebound knocked along to Finnegan. Here's Rissmiller, who last year was third-team All-State. We'll see when those come out. She's a first-team All-Star in our league for the 3rd straight year.
We're trying to run a little set play here. And
well, they've had better possessions than that.
That one didn't quite work out. They were trying to set a little back screen there for Faith. Maybe they should just stick to running and gunning.
How about a 1-2-2 full
court? Sure, why not?
Seitz going for the deflection and got it. Off the hand of McGee in front of the away team bench. Not just an elite scorer, that Ariana Seitz. She's another one that was kind of not left over, but remaining from a really good team that graduated a whole bunch, and she had to really shoulder so much this year.
Yeah, much different roles, so it was really different for her. As you said, they had lost a lot from the previous year. And
still made it to states. The Golden Knight girls did, and she pounces on Another turnover, dumps it down low. Rissmiller up and in. Rissmiller's third basket. Sights the setup. Here's Gibbs down low, out for Masser, and Rissmiller knocks it away.
Yeah, the 1-2-2 is pretty effective here.
Looks good.
Kind of surprised the away team, I think. They probably weren't thinking they were going to be dealing with any sort of type of press there. Half-court press. That's going to go in. No, just a little short.
Well, keep shooting them, Grace.
Yeah, keep firing away.
They'll go. You heard her plans here at your college. Psychology. Oh, miscommunication perhaps, but sights right there. Three-pointer a little short. And this one thrown ahead for Sell on the break. Against two defenders, couldn't finish, but Schwarz does.
Nice follow there by Kaitlyn. Always hustling like she always does.
That's 7 for her today. Rissmiller screening for Sights, and Walker, don't want to leave her alone. She's got 9. Faith Walker this year entered the season with 553 career points, ended up way over 1,000. Schwarz misses, but Sell is there to clean up.
There was some nice teamwork and passing there from the away team, and nice finish there by Sell. She's a player that's come a long way the past couple years, really made a ton of improvement and had a great senior year. Good for her.
Here comes McGee, great point guard at York High, and setting up a mid-range J. Brielle Baughman.
Yeah, and that's Brielle. She can really shoot it. She's taking her game to Randolph-Macon next year.
Oof.
Yeah.
Finnegan fires. That one come up short. Baughman also an all-star tennis player at Delone.
Wow, there you go. I didn't know that.
39-32. Team Weaver. Oh, not anymore. Olivia Sell from deep. Her second 3 closes the gap.
Yeah, they're starting to figure that press out a little bit, Coach Weaver. You might have to make some adjustments here.
39-35. Here's Walker. Like a unicorn, she can play any position, and was trying to cross over and set up, but a steal down low. Yeah, she's got handles. Obviously, she's got the size. McGee hoists it up, back rimmed it. Finnegan hauls it in. Finnegan and Schwarz, probably the two most active rebounders today, and Sights with the roll. It sinks. A swirly 3 from the left wing.
A swirly 3. That's the first time I heard that this year.
Maybe should be the last.
Yeah, maybe ever.
Pick and roll to Schwarz, who lays it in. That might make Coach Eckenrode proud.
Yeah, he's got a smile on his face over there.
Walker dumping it off and Finnegan up, Sights the cleanup. And the scoring is picking up.
Yeah.
44-37. Line changes at the table awaiting. Schwarz a handoff, Sell trying to turn in. And finds Baughman with Mikayala Coleman up defending. Now Masser on the cut up top, gonna drive it this time. Good D though from Sights, and Coleman coming out of the pack. 3-on-2, here's Walker. Oh, look at that fake, moving in. Sell was there for the help, but Walker scores and one. Little adjustment midair. And Faith Walker now with 11.
Yeah, really nice shot fake and finish there, and good control.
And that's enough for that group. Midway through the third quarter,
See, if I was Faith, I would miss this here so I could stay in the game. Ah, smart.
Yeah.
Kenzie's the one having to check in. She's like, gosh darn it.
She's still at the table. Azyah Smith from 3. And it went out. was off of Knobloch. So home team will take over, and now Gamber back. Yeah, she didn't get that that signal to Coach Weaver past you in that first half. Or your dad, I'm sure.
No. Pick up on probably a little bit too much. She was being nice, saying how it was good to get some coaching things. Tried to just be dad when I needed to be dad. Sometimes that's a hard thing to do, but she handled everything well.
And now handling the ball, underhand flip to Smith. Trying to get her Catholic teammate to pop free, and at the horn, a little bit short. And we had a few of those early. I think everybody's gotten used to the tempo of the 30-second timer now for the most part. You think it ever comes to the high school game in our state?
I do. I hope it does. More and more states are getting it. I just think it's better for the game. I think it's better for development of players. So.
There's a good foul.
What do you think? What do you think there?
Yeah, I think
it's
so.
gonna come?
I think so. It's in Maryland, right?
It's in Maryland, yep.
Is it in Jersey?
I think it is. Not 100% sure about Jersey.
I mean, watching the four corners holding it, that's not fun for anybody.
No. In my opinion, it's just a better game. You know, the game flows a little bit better, and like I said, I think for the development of young players, it's better. You know, forces them to kind of work on their skills and make plays a little bit more than what you need to without it.
Meredith Smith coming up shy. I guess the argument against it would be, are you going to teach kids to force shots? But
yeah, and you might get some of that, to be honest with you, but rather have that. I'd rather have that issue than
Azyah Smith on the cut.
Good take there, but just wasn't able to finish it from Azyah.
Did everything great but finish.
Yeah.
And here's Carl from KD setting up Meredith Smith. Front rim that. And it pops back her way. Your Catholic got to the second round of states again. And Carl hits. I love a good mid-range jumper.
Yeah.
Didn't see enough of it anymore. 48-39 home. Oh, board was off. 48-37. There's some defense. Carl ties up Smith as they collided. Jump ball to home. Boys players trickling in for the 3 p.m. start.
Yeah. Are we on time? Yeah, we're on time.
Oh, we're ahead.
We're ahead of time.
Here is Hannah Carl. And now Paige O'Brien from deep. Azyah Smith runs it down from York High. What a job Kevin Glover did with that team. Here's Smith from the outside, rattles it in. Azyah Smith, who got offered back in the fall from Bryn Athan. Long two, that's good for Paige O'Brien.
Nice push and pass there from Kenzie, and good shot from Paige.
Ken's the dime, 50-40. As Smith sets up Ella Hughes, shoveled it back to Knobloch. Now back for Smith, a three. Ken's had the closeout. Rebound knocked to the far sideline. And that was Schwarz in pursuit. Or excuse me, O'Brien, who tipped it out, stays with the away team. Team Klunk.
Team Klunk.
Kevin Klunk, 11th year at Southwestern. He was the D1 Coach of the Year this year.
Yeah, they did just a great job. Great year for them.
Conover comes away with it. And they went from 7-15 last year to 18-7 as O'Brien nails a triple. 53-40.
Paige is feeling a little bit out there.
Final minute 15 of the third. Yeah, so I do think the shot clock will come. I don't think it'll be 30. maybe 35.
Yeah, 35.
Now Hughes trying to pivot and got jammed up. Conover takes it away. And in transition, pull up and knocks it down. Peyton Conover. Again, a two-sport star at Hanover, basketball and field hockey. And this one overshot the intended recipient, Kirkland, down low. Conover just 5 feet tall, by the way. Shortest player out there. As O'Brien attacks strong, a little too hard off the window. And home team will keep.
Should be a reset, I think, on the shot clock. Probably won't matter.
Here's Conover, foot on the line, front rim to 2. Schwarz the board. Wants to push. Smith chasing down the floor to Knobloch, trying to get the feed set, and was shoved. What was your over-under on fouls again?
I think we went over.
Already?
It was 10, yeah, but what did we get in the first half? We got close to 10 in the first half.
Yeah, I think I stopped keeping track. Here's Schwarz wheeling in. Kirkland on the second effort, and it goes. Azyah Kirkland had a big senior year at York High, also a track and field athlete for the Bearcats. Here's Conover, starts in, dished it back. Carl to O'Brien at the horn. It's off the front. And that'll do it for 3 quarters. Home team 55, away team 42. As we head for the final 10 minutes on the girls' side here today. It's the S3 Performance Training Senior All-Star Game here from York College. You're watching on GameTimePA.
Hey athletes, want to take your game to the next level? Join the area's best athletes and coaches at S3 Performance Training. Since 2014, S3 Performance Training has developed many of the best college, high school, and middle school student athletes in South Central Pennsylvania. S3 offers age-appropriate performance training for all participants, including college preparatory strength and conditioning for older advanced athletes. Run faster, jump higher, get stronger, and reduce the risk of injury with S3 Performance Training. S3 Performance Training, located inside Heritage Hills Athletic Club, or visit us online at s3performancetraining.com.
About to begin the 4th quarter. Home team 55, away team 42. I don't know how much that means to any of our viewers, the score, but it's been a heck of a lot of fun. One last time for these senior, I mean, this is really it today, right, Dean? It's the last time that they're going to wear their team uniform.
I think so. Sometimes there might be some other all-star games around, but not sure. I think this is probably it for most of them.
Mackenzie Gamber denying the inbound pass.
And Grace is like, what are you doing? And what do you, stop doing that.
Yeah. There's our 2 interview subjects.
Yeah, 2 number 11s.
Going up against each other there. And Sell fires away, but short on it. I think if there's one thing today, the shooters more often, if they've missed, it's been short. And, you know, maybe it's been a little bit for some of them since they've been in practice or whatnot.
Oh.
Active hands from Zykira McGee. Force Finnegan to recover, and now she bursts to the hoop, but the layup wouldn't go. She'll be back on the softball field with Northeastern after today. Here's Gibbs to Sell, and got it. Olivia Sell's had a nice day shooting. She's got 15.
Yeah, she's really improved that aspect of her game.
Southwestern this year, again, they got to the league semifinals, made districts. Sell was a big part of that. She averaged 7. Biggest performance was 23 at Spring Grove. As Hannah Carl misfired, here comes Baughman for Team Klunk, and down to Gibbs, who lays it in. Fit that one through nicely.
Little run here for the away team, getting back in it.
Within 9, here's Ariana Seitz trying to snap it, and it wouldn't drop. Team Weaver, though, will keep it.
Coach
Jess.
Weaver's getting a little nervous there on the sideline.
I haven't seen the stomp yet, though. Here's Sights for a triple, and Gibbs going up, snatches the rebound. Here's Masser, transition, fakes and drives, got it up and in, and one. Grace Masser attacking the hoop.
Nice shot fake there from Grace, attacking the hoop.
Uh-oh, they called Gamber on that one.
That's her second, I think.
It is.
Got a 6-point game here.
Masser, the end one, it's 55-49. Here's Gamber off to Walker, baseline drive, and was tugged in route. That'll be on McGee. I was wondering how they pick the teams. You're trying to make it close. You're trying to balance it.
Yeah.
A 6-point game. Here's Finnegan in the post and stripped away.
Digging down on the post there from the away team. Good job.
I think McGee will get credit for that steal. A couple Bearcats in the neighborhood as Masser missed on the three. Carl trying to keep it in and did. That has Gamber, but tightly covered. Masser took it away, and Gamber's third foul as she ended up sprawled on the deck. Would not allow that layup, though.
She might foul out.
She may foul out, though. That's number 3. Away team back in, and Masser from deep rattled out. Another rebound for Finnegan. I believe is headed to U.S. Coast Guard Academy, by the way.
Yeah.
Carl takes it to the hoop and gets fouled. Finnegan was eyeing up a Marine and Environmental Sciences degree there. Here's Walker slithering in, and now we're calling everything.
Yeah, how about that? He's going to tighten up here a little bit. I think both sides got a close game.
Well, we're ahead of schedule for that boys game,
good.
so. Sights fires it all the way out. Carl to Gamber, shot fake, and off now to Finnegan. That one drew front iron, rebound to Schwarz. She's looking to run all day. 1-on-2, Walker back, blocked her but fouled her. Schwarz has been looking to push. She'll get to the line for her efforts.
Nice take there by Kaitlyn. Faith thought she had a clean block there.
Couple subs. Knobloch back for the away side. Coleman and Rissmiller back for Team Weaver. How about the job she did? She's got her staff with her from Suburban. And a first ever district title this year for her program.
Yeah, what a big time accomplishment for them. And what a great year. Did a great job, especially on the defensive end of the floor all year long. Heck of a run they had at the end.
4 York Adams League teams were in district finals, including Schwartz's Delone girls. Here's Sights from a healthy distance. And Walker trying to keep it alive, does. Out to Finnegan, thought about it. Sell there to meet her. Now it's Walker toward the corner, doubled. Back to Finnegan on the pop. And missed, but there's Rissmiller. And hits Walker for the 3 ball. Mikayala Coleman on the backside. Another O-board for the home team. Trying to fend off this away team comeback. Sights, one and hits. Ariana Sights from downtown, 58-50.
Yeah, they couldn't buy one for a while there, but one for a lack of trying, and got a couple offensive rebounds there. Got a nice shot there by Ariana.
Oh man, McGee lands hard. She's gonna earn that trip to the line. That's not supposed to happen today. She's all smiles eventually.
Yeah, thank you. All good, hopped up, heading to the foul line.
McGee, first team All-Star last year, second team this year. York High team As this senior class came through, they got better and better, increased their win total each year, and then really burst through this year to get to states for the first time in over 30 years. Had a big district win on the road against their rival Central, which punched a state playoff ticket.
Yeah, all credit to them. They really just kept improving year after year. Coach Glover did a great job with them, and culminated in a great year this year.
Janae Rissmiller to the basket. 60-51. Home team in front. Schwarz along the top. Now Knobloch kind of running a weave. Knobloch looks for cutters. Azyah Smith backs out, shoots off on the three. Knobloch the board, the putback short, and Walker snatches it. Walker to Sites. Those two headed to Western PA for college ball. Walker spots up. Rebound to Ciarra Gibbs, and Sites slaps it right on out. Sites was the Division II Player of the Year for the second straight year. Last year, third in the league in scoring. This year, #1. Career high last year, 46 in one game. Had as many as 32 in a game this year. Schwarz a high-low, busted up. And Paige O'Brien from York Catholic intercepting. 5.5 to go. Handoff for Sides. And now Meredith Smith with the ball. Again, Kevin Bankos watching today. Here she goes on a drive. Gibbs the D, and Schwarz comes away with the board. Now Knobloch stops and fires for three. Rebound to Janae Rissmiller. End to end. Coleman leaks free, but the pass a bit too far.
Yeah, she kind of had to make an adjustment there to catch the ball. Look over different shoulder. When you do that, it's tough to pick it back up. But good try there from Rissmiller and Coleman.
Trying to think what other coaches I've seen in the stands today. Jason Getz from West York is here. Here is Smith to the hoop and scores. She's got 5.
Yeah, nice finish there from Smith.
60-53 now. Here is Meredith Smith, and Schwarz came around on the double, tied her up. Another jump ball, it'll stay at that end. There have been plenty of good defensive plays today, and there's another one.
Yeah, nice effort. Away team with a new 5. There'll be fresh legs out there for the finish.
And Coleman chucks it up top. O'Brien. I know Coach Bankos and Eckenrode look much more relaxed today than normal. Kevin's just lounging back at the top of the stands. 3 from Smith, short out of the left corner. Azyah Kirkland the board, but missed McGee in the backcourt. And they'll give it back over to the home team. Hannah Carl fires in, Paige O'Brien with it. It's your Catholic team. Won a state game again this year. Got to the district semis. They beat Ole Valley in districts. And there's a block from Kirkland. It was O'Brien coming in backdoor, denied. Here's Sell pulling up, transition. And the rebound to McGee. Kicks it to Masser, a 3. And that hit the heel. Coleman nearly had it. McGee knocks it away. It will be home team possession. Under 4 minutes left. I think the whole area is on cloud 9 after a York Adams League team won the state last night. A lot of buzz coming in the building today as Coleman gets to the hoop but couldn't finish. Her Northeastern team had a great run in their own right. High archer. Kirkland from the rafters. Here's O'Brien to Carl launching. That one's short, and it hit the end line before O'Brien could reel it in. That'll stop play and allow Smith to come right back. Are we playing offense, defense?
We might be, yeah.
Pulling out all the stops here.
Getting competitive here in the last couple minutes.
We got some timeouts left.
What about media? Do we have any media timeouts?
You know what? Jim Kunkel never asked about that today. Got a tie up with Baughman and Carl. Jim, one of Betsy Whitman's assistants here at YCP, put this thing together.
Yeah, it's a great event. It's been a good start to the day. Looking forward to the boys' game. Should be a good finish here to the girls' game. Brielle going to the line here, get a chance to get her team within 5.
A nifty little dish from Azyah Kirkland to set her up. Was well timed. Six-point game as Coach Weaver's got one more line change in her. By the way, Baughman, I'm gonna hold my, okay. She led the league in free throw shooting this year. 86%.
That's pretty darn good.
How about it? Ask and you shall receive. We've got ourselves a timeout. 2:49 to go. It is a close one in the S3 Performance Training Senior All-Star Game. Home team 60, away team 55 here on GameTimePA.
Hey athletes, want to take your game to the next level? Join the area's best athletes and coaches at S3 Performance Training. Since 2014, S3 Performance Training has developed many of the best college, high school, and middle school student athletes in South Central Pennsylvania. S3 offers age-appropriate performance training for all participants, including college preparatory strength and conditioning for older advanced athletes. Run faster, jump higher, get stronger, and reduce the risk of injury with S3 Performance Training. S3 Performance Training, located inside Heritage Hills Athletic Club, or visit us online at s3performancetraining.com.
2:49 left. 60-55, home team up. S3 Performance Training, the presenting sponsor today, also EXP Realty. And Jonathan Schultz, who's done some coaching in his day. I almost said Suburban with the ball. Rissmiller bringing it ahead. Stretch pass to Seitz, back to Janae. A little press break.
Yeah, how about that? Nice job. Oh.
Seitz's pass batted. And McGee springing. Baughman missed. Got too deep. And Seitz has it. Home team looking to counter. Lost the grip on the pass. Rissmiller, though, to Walker. Down to Finnegan. Masser back. And then McGee came in and swiped it away. Home team ball down low. It's heating up. 2:20 left. Seitz a bounce in to Faith Walker. Here's Rissmiller on the curl and kick back to Gamber. Now Walker over to Rissmiller left side.
Running a little weave here. All the girls dribbling and driving and passing. Now Janae's open. She's going to turn it down.
Oh,
get
foul.
fouled.
Kirkland came up.
Still not in the bonus yet.
Shot clock was at 4.
Should be reset. I don't think the high school, I don't think the refs know that. You know, when there's a foul, it's a reset, guys.
And that busted up a Walker to Rissmiller blob play. Those two look like they've had more fun together than anybody today, and they were fierce division rivals. Final 2 minutes, 5-point game. Here's Kirkland. Up and it would not go. That would have cut it to 1 score, and Seitz gets bumped into.
I think we might be heading to the line here for 2.
Both teams now.
Free throw is important here in the last 2 minutes. Something I didn't think I'd say in the before the game started, but it's pretty clear that both teams are out here with playing to win out here. Ooh.
Seitz back iron on the first.
A little long. Makes the second one a little tougher to make when you miss the first.
Uh-oh. Battle for the board. Walker to the sideline. Saved it in, but off the hand of Riss Miller, and McGee's got it. Down the floor, Baughman to the hoop. Another layup that would not sink. Gamber the rebound. Home team dodges a bullet. Here's Finnegan down the middle. Hard foul.
I hope she's okay.
Kirkland
went down
going
hard
for the block. Woof. These are two physical specimens going head to head. Finnegan helped up. Two very strong players. And Finnegan will grimace through it and head to the line.
Tough to shoot after taking a fall like that.
Or is it?
I guess not. Give her credit.
Finnegan with 6. First team All-Star, had an average of 11.3 this year. A high of 21 in a win at New Oxford. And that gives them a little breathing room. Up 7. Finnegan has 7. Here's Master with it, trying to get free of Walker. And now Kirkland driving on Finnegan. They go head to head again. Spin back, missed off glass. Rebound Sights with just over a minute to go. And down the floor, Finnegan, tough catch, gathers it in. Second effort up and back to the line.
Yeah, as always running the floor hard and got the pitch ahead. Missed the first, but stuck with it. 2 more important free throws here. As it gets really silent in here.
Watching her for a couple of years now, she does not get outworked.
Nah, she works hard. She definitely does.
And splits these two, makes it an 8-point game. Yeah, we need a timeout.
We got a timeout. We can advance. Like the high school coach is like, oh, that's right. If I call a timeout, I can advance it.
Got to talk it over. 63-55 with 58.3 to play. You know, I didn't think about it until I think I read one of the articles on Central's championship this morning, where Jeff Hoke was saluting his wife for holding it down at home, and 5 months. We've been at this for 5 months. He said that she had been, taking care of everything for 5 months. Didn't realize how long we've been at this. The season flies, but
yeah.
But it does, it covers a large part of the calendar.
Yeah, it's a long year. Especially as we were talking last night, the playoff system in Pennsylvania, it kind of drags out for a little bit, takes a while. So it's a long time. So credit to everybody who sticks it out throughout the whole year.
Well, I guess 4 months of games, but
yeah,
once you get into practice in November, and carries all the way through to late March. So hopefully these seniors can enjoy every bit of this today. Girls game in the final minute here. It's been well played.
Yeah.
Master forcing, and we'll get to the line. That works. Saw the closeout and went right into it. But it really hasn't, it has not been sloppy, Dean. It's not like an NBA All-Star fiasco. This has been pretty good.
That has been good. Like I said, I've been to a lot of these over the years, and some of them just get to be where the teams don't even run back or give any effort on defense, and it just becomes a total, quote, pickup game, or even less than a pickup game. But this game hasn't been that at all. So it'll be interesting to see the boys' game that follows if they take a similar approach. But you got to give both coaches credit.
Gamber off the head fake, swung it back for Coleman. It's a 6-point game. Mikayala in, missed the runner. Rebound batted to Walker, though. Down to the final 30 seconds. And here's Gamber with it. And right past McGee, drives it in and scoops it in. And then hit the deck. And Coleman trying to intercept the inbound. What was that? They're all looking at you, Dad. What was that graceful finish?
I don't know.
Did you teach that?
Probably. Good finish from Kenzie there.
Looked like she was on ice there at the end of it. But a couple of big driving scores from her today.
Yeah, she was turning down the three-point looks today, but it's okay.
Baughman a last chance. Finnegan's got it, and that will do it for the girls' game. The first S3 Performance All-Star game here inside Charles Wolfe Gymnasium. And that was fun. What a great job from those senior girls. The home team wins it 65-57 for what that's worth, but everybody seemed to have a blast today and got to showcase their skills against each other.
Great job from everybody involved. The officials did a great job, the coaches and all the players for sure. They really did a good job. It was a well-played all-star game, competitive. And, in my opinion, when you play it like that, it's a lot more fun to watch.
They're going to, well, right now, John Turpak from S3 is being applauded. What a great businessman he is, does a lot for local student athletes, to say the least. And he's addressing the crowd right now, and I believe he's going to unveil the MVP. And Olivia Sell, the game's leading scorer with 15 from Team Klunk. And finishes up her time in Mustang colors. Photo opportunity. They were one of the great stories in the league this year, going from 7-15 to 18-7. Tied for second, league semis, districts. Got a home game in districts. And Olivia Sell caps it off with the S3 Performance Training MVP honor today. Now everybody will gather for
a little photo op.
Photo at midcourt.
See if I can get one from up here, Daryl.
You want to go down there? You can.
I'm good up here.
Okay.
You can just zoom.
And the boys are chilling behind the basket to our right, waiting for their turn next. And the girls' senior all-stars pose on the York College logo at midcourt as they wrap up their half of the event today.
You get what I was doing there?
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, what a great way to wrap up York Adams League basketball for 2023-24. And as the girls wrap up, looks like they're putting 20 minutes up for
warm-ups.
Boys warm-ups, yep. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe John's got the S3 trainees all together for a photo at midcourt. That's some talent there, huh?
Yeah.
Train
yeah,
with
sure
John.
Does. Yeah.
I had a chance, I guess it was before the high school season, to see that facility, and they've got everything in there.
Yeah, they do a great job, and big shout out to them for really stepping up. They were a big reason today was able to happen. And when you see all the smiles and on the court and the bleachers, it's really, you know, you got to give credit where credit is due, and they're a big part of it.
I think we might get John up here soon.
Yeah.
And we'll get the words straight from him, but that went in there. I mean, they've got, you know, your all of your top of the line weight room equipment, but then, you know, beyond that, they've got multiple areas with all kinds of functional stuff and med balls and agility ladders, and they've got a whole open field house. And it's over at Heritage Hills Athletic Club, a huge facility, and I was in there during the day, and I think he had a student athlete from York College come in, and he also had, you know, some older business people that you know, pay to get personal training there, and they can design something for anyone. But certainly, oh, we got Faith Walker joining us here post game. All right, enough about that. Yeah. Let's get Faith on the head. Yeah, we do. Faith Walker joining us here post game.
Here we go.
Can you hear us okay?
My headset.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, awesome. We get Olivia Sell, the MVP of the game as well. And guys, that was so much fun for Dean and I to sit up here and watch it. And Faith, let's start with you. You were up here first. How much fun was it for you to take part in that?
It was super fun. At first we were kind of like joking around, not really taking it seriously, but then we started locking in once we, you know, I don't really know. We both teams kind of got more and more competitive. So it was super fun. And playing with players that, you know, like the best in divisions and stuff in York County, it was fun.
Olivia, how about for you?
Kind of like what Faith said, like having the opportunity to play against people we basically like grew up with. Like I've played with these girls, I've played against these girls, so being able to play against each other was just a really fun game. Like we got more competitive as the game went on, but it was still fun and all in good fun.
Faith, I couldn't help but notice you and Janae in particular, it seemed like the two of you were on the same page a lot of the day, but it seemed like if there was a duo that was having more fun than anybody, it was maybe you two, and you guys had some of the most fierce battles of this entire season.
Yes. Yeah, we were talking about it on the bench. I was like, you were literally like my enemy. Like we were each other's enemies during the season. And I'm like, now that we don't play against each other, me and Janae played on the same AAU team when we were in like 9th and like 8th grade. So we were like, we used to be really close. And then this high school season, obviously, like we would both guard each other and we were so competitive. I told Janae, I was like, you were the one player that like I hated playing against just because we were both so aggressive with each other. But yeah, it was really fun. We just had like that connection like on the court and stuff. It was just natural.
Yeah. Olivia, I noticed with you today, and you're a 6-footer, but you were showing off that range today. Has that always been a big part of your game, or as you go to college, is that a part of your game that you want to be a bigger part?
Going to college is definitely going to be an important part of my game. In high school, you know, I'm one of the biggest girls on the court, so you need me in the paint playing girls like Faith, you need height. But I guess being a part of a college team, you kind of see there's more than just your height, and you can apply way more around the paint, in the paint, ball handling. So it was just kind of an opportunity to try that out, and it all be fun. So
yeah. Faith, with you, you know, we've seen you since you were a freshman, and we could see the talent, but the way that your game has grown from freshman to senior year, what are some of the areas that you think you've improved the most?
I think the main thing is just like my aggression, like on offense. I feel like I've always been a very passive player. Like I would always just worry about like getting my teammates the ball and looking for like a better shot. But I think my main focus like this past year has just like noticing the skill that I have kind of and just like putting it out on the court. Like I feel like I've always had my skill and like the potential that I've had, but I think I definitely showed it this year. And yeah.
Awesome. Olivia, again, Faith Walker, Olivia Sell with us here post-game after the girls' game. Your Southwestern team this year, one of the great stories in the league, the jump that you guys took. What did you think was key in getting to league semis, to districts, to go from 7 wins to I think it was 18? What really stood out to you?
I mean, last year we did have a rocky year. It was mostly freshmen on our team that was running our varsity team. I was out all season with an ankle injury. Macy Schaefer was out with a knee injury. So I think we really needed that rough season so we could all like be on the same level. You know, me and Macy got better. We got better around the paint. And the freshmen kind of got an opportunity to see the game because it is a big jump. But I think this year we learned how to put it all together, and that really showed on the court. And it was really all just teamwork. That's all where it all starts.
Missing time like that, did that make you appreciate, you know, one last hurrah as a senior even that much more?
Yeah, it definitely had me more excited because I feel like I had like something to prove. Like I didn't just get hurt and that was the end of it. So it means a lot that I was able to commit to college and continue my season, have a good one with my teammates.
Faith, a lot of people around the country have Duquesne fever right now with what their men's team did. Have you been following that pretty closely?
Yeah, I have. They just had a game yesterday and they lost by 20. It wasn't the best game, but I was shocked when they won their first round. I was actually so happy. I was definitely following it, but yeah.
So I'm going to ask you both about next steps. And Faith, going to Duquesne, what sold you on campus? What did you like the most about it?
I just knew that I wanted to be like kind of in a city, but I think Duquesne was like perfect because I was definitely looking for like a campus, like, you know, like where you don't like, you're not walking random streets and stuff. And Duquesne is like the definition of that. Like if you've ever been there, like it's like up on a hill, it's separate, and then you walk right down the hill and you're like downtown Pittsburgh. I love it. And then their new like basketball facilities, really nice. And then like the coaches, of course I love them and stuff.
Yeah. And Olivia, Penn State York, right?
Yes.
They got a lot of great things going on over there. What sold you on that, and what are you going to be studying?
I'm going to be studying human development and family studies.
Okay.
The thing that really sold me is I like that I'm going to be able to have my family come to my games. They mean a lot to me, so being able to still have them in the stands is really important to me. I can still come home if I miss them, but I can also still get away. As of like the campus, it's really pretty. It's in the right type of area for me, and the coaches and myself really get along as long as the girls, and that was also another really important factor for me.
That's awesome. Faith, what are you going to be studying?
Hoping to make it into the 5-year PA program. It's very competitive. They only accept like 40 or 50 students a year. But yeah, and then if I don't make it into that, then I'll probably just do something that'll take me into the medical field. I want to be a physician's assistant.
Awesome, awesome. Last thing, and I'll let you guys go catch up with your. Oh man, we're missing a photo opportunity because you're stuck talking to me. It looks like. But Olivia, what's next for you? A few years left, or a few months left in your high school life. What's the immediate future for you as you make the most of that time remaining? Spring sports or anything?
No, I don't do any spring sports. I was always mainly basketball, but I won't be doing AAU. I will be helping out with my old AAU team, York Thunder. I'll be helping out with them just because I'm close with those coaches. I also just want to get in the gym some more, get some more muscle on me so I don't get pushed around in college games. But other than that, just kind of resting up and getting everything ready for college.
Faith, how about you? The next few months, what's the immediate future?
I'm doing track and field.
Yep, I thought so.
Yep, I'm going to be doing high jump and then the 4x1.
Awesome.
Yep.
Best of luck with that.
Thank you.
And I know for every team it's a very abrupt end to the high school season. So for you guys to have one last chance to wear your team colors today, how much did that mean to you guys? Olivia, start with you.
It means a lot. Might be my last season, but as our team has shown this season, we have a lot more to prove other than just me leaving or any other senior leaving. So just kind of hoping that I could represent my girls the way that they should be represented. But other than that, it was just fun to come out here with, especially my coach had the opportunity to coach me. So that was a really fun opportunity.
Faith, how about you representing the Bulldogs
Yeah, just
one
like
last
Liv
time?
said, the main thing was just representing my team, getting them more, more audience to make sure that they got fans to watch them and support them and stuff. That's it.
Well, you guys represented great today. We have really enjoyed watching your careers and your teams. So thanks for all that you've done. Best of luck. And,
Thank you.
And we'll
Thank
be
you.
following along. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming up.
Of course.
Of course.
All right, Faith Walker and today's game MVP, Olivia Sell, joining us here post-game from the Grumbacher Center. Great job, guys. Appreciate that. We will take a break here between games. Warm-ups underway for the boys' game coming up, and we'll have much more ahead from the Grumbacher Center. It's the S3 Performance Training Senior All-Star Games from York College today, and you're watching on GameTimePA.
Hey athletes, want to take your game to the next level? Join the area's best athletes and coaches at S3 Performance Training. Since 2014, S3 Performance Training has developed many of the best college, high school, and middle school student athletes in South Central Pennsylvania. S3 offers age-appropriate performance training for all participants, including college preparatory strength and conditioning for older advanced athletes. Run faster, jump higher, get stronger, and reduce the risk of injury with S3 Performance Training. S3 Performance Training, located inside Heritage Hills Athletic Club, or visit us online at s3performancetraining.com.
I'm Ryan Radke with This Week in the NCAA on Westwood One. It's the best time of the year for college basketball, and while the men's and women's D1 tournaments have just gotten underway, the D3 champions were crowned this week. On the women's side, congratulations to New York University, who beat Smith College 51-41 in the title game. The win capped off an undefeated season for the Violets and gave the program their first championship since 1997. They're led by head coach Meg Barber, who is an alum of NYU herself.
My dad helped get me to NYU, and he's not with us anymore, but I thought a lot about him on this run because he made sure that if NYU was an option for me, that he would make it happen. And it's one of the most special places, I think, that you could possibly coach at.
On the men's side, congratulations to Trine University from Indiana, who took home their first D3 championship in program history. The Thunder defeated Hampden-Sydney 69-61 in the title game. Back-to-back for the Razorbacks. Next on This Week in the NCAA.
Discover, this is Daniela.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to thank you for making me feel so special. I earned cash back on debit for my dinner party groceries.
That's great, but with Discover Cashback Debit, we give everyone cash back on everyday purchases. Anything else I can help you with?
Do you like asparagus and mushroom sorbet? I've got leftovers.
Introducing Discover Cashback Debit, a checking account with cash back. It pays to Discover. Eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashback debit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
To the Arkansas Razorbacks, who won their second straight D1 Women's Indoor Track and Field Championship. Arkansas was led by Rachel Glenn and Amber Anning, who won individual titles in the high jump and 400 meters, respectively. The Razorbacks team total of 55 gave them a narrow victory over the
Westwood One presents Great Moments in Tournament History.
A coming out party for Steph Curry, the phenomenal fortnight by the Davidson sophomore after this.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Charles Barkley in a pickup game.
We'll take Barkley.
Ha! First pick. Sorry, kids.
Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision?
Okay, here's the plan. Pass me the ball every time.
This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Tax Talk with Straight Talk.
You give and you give. This tax season, you get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data and a new Samsung Galaxy A15 for just $99. So you can give your janky phone to your kid. Yeah! Good talk.
Switch to Straight Talk for plans starting as low as $25 a line per month for 4 lines. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com. Device offer ends 4/14/24. In-store activation on single Silver Unlimited plan or higher required. Family plan discount with 4 lines all on the Silver Unlimited plan. Taxes and fees apply.
March 2008, the NCAA tournament has often been the launching pad in the careers for many basketball stars. No player exemplifies that more than Stephen Curry. The Davidson Stars scored 40 points in a first-round win against Gonzaga, then dropped 30 in a stunning upset of second-seeded Georgetown. And Wisconsin was his next victim in the Sweet 16.
Paulus Goslin on the left wing. 9 to go on the shot clock. Davidson. Here's Curry. Gets a screen from Rossiter. Back step and the jumper for 3 over Landry. Oh, my goodness. Stephen Curry from way downtown, and Davidson leads by 15.
Davidson's magical run would end in their next.
It's deep! It is goal! Pick your own homer and welcome a York Revolution player into your home this summer. The Revs are looking for player host families. Get an inside look at the life of a pro ball player, plus loads of benefits, including admission to all home games, a $250 concessions gift card, and much more. Host families are critical to putting a championship team on the field. Help us bring a championship back to York by hosting a Revs player this season. To learn more, go to YorkRevolution.com/host or call us at 717-801-HITS and join our team today.
Nothing beats March Madness. The pure sound of a swish, the rattle of a slam dunk, the fans on their feet for the big moments. And the action just keeps getting better until a national champion is crowned. Hear all the action with Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA men's and women's tournaments right here.
Brought to you locally by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Harris, corner 3 up, it's good. Tobias Harris drains a tree into the lane, blocked by Maxey. Oh, are you kidding me? A Tremendous rejection. A superstar is dawning right before our eyes.
Hi, this is Tom McGinnis of the 76ers. Join me for Sixers basketball all season on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Infield creeps in again.
The sounds of summer play here.
It's through. It's a base hit. Stott scores. Marsh being waved home. He's going to score, and the Phillies have just won it. Trey Turner plays the hero for the Phils.
Catch Phillies baseball right here on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Back here at the Grumbacher Center, we get set for the boys' half of today's S3 Performance Training Senior All-Star Game, as the girls had their fun with the 1 p.m. tip-off and the boys out for warm-ups, getting set for Game 2 coming up. Daryl Henry, Dean Gamber with you here today from Charles Wolfe Gymnasium. We'll get to the participants here shortly. And today's event is presented by S3 Performance Training, the proud sponsor of this Senior All-Star Game. Like many of today's All-Star participants, you can train with the area's best athletes and coaches at S3 Performance Training. S3 offers age-appropriate performance training for all participants, including college preparatory strength and conditioning. For older, advanced athletes, run faster, jump higher, get stronger, and reduce the risk of injury with S3 Performance Training. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, or visit www.s3performancetraining.com today. And also our event sponsor, eXp Realty. And Jonathan Schultz, are you looking for your perfect home? Let Jonathan Schultz, your local eXp Realty realtor, assist you in finding the home of your dreams. Just as basketball requires precision and teamwork, navigating the real estate market requires expertise and dedication. With Jonathan's knowledge and eXp Realty's global network, we'll work together to score the home that suits your lifestyle and needs. Contact Jonathan Schultz today at 717-880-3471 to start your home buying journey. Don't wait on the sidelines. Let's make your real estate dreams a reality. Well, again, today's event, we're halfway home, getting set for the boys' half. And the event hosted by York College women's basketball. Oh, I see. I want to give a mention to Irelynd Long of the Central York Panthers. I see she's on crutches. She was going to be part of this, but couldn't participate due to injury. But had announced her college commitment to King's College, so she's over in the stands, unfortunately on crutches, but watching today. I'm not sure that we mentioned her earlier, so wanted to at least mention that she was part of this as well. But the boys' game coming up, and again, the York College women's basketball program hosting this, so ticket proceeds and the concession stand sales go to YCP Women's Basketball. Jim Kunkel, one of Betsy Whitman's assistants, along with Katie Kilpatrick. Jim put this thing together. It used to be at West York, where he was once upon a time a great head coach of the Bulldog girls. And a lot of the York College women's basketball players are working the event today. So they might be taking your tickets, taking your order at the concession stand. They're coming off a great season this past winter, went to the MAC Commonwealth semifinals, and had at least one future Spartan in that girls game today, with Grace Masser taking part. And now getting set for the boys game coming up. And Dean, before we get to our participants today, I did notice that there are some Central York Panthers in the building today, including Greg Gittinger, who's partaking in this event. I saw Ben Rills down there right from a championship night to an all-star extravaganza.
You think they slept it all last night?
I mean, I didn't sleep much. I don't know. I don't know about them.
Do they have their medals on still?
Did not notice that.
I think I heard that Greg had his medal on when he came in to the locker room, so why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah.
Good for him.
He should wear it in.
Yeah, 100%.
Now they are introducing the participants today, and the away team will be led by Troy Sowers from Eastern York and his staff, which consists of two other Sowers, Eric and Travis. It's a family affair at Eastern York. And those guys led the Golden Knights to the state quarterfinals. That's a team that we followed a whole bunch. They had a heck of a season, and they are well represented on this floor here today. Just go in numerical order. The away team today will have Levi Charnetska from Kennard-Dale, Idris Ahmedovich from New Oxford, Carter Foote Renwick from Eastern, Brennan Holmes from New Oxford, Simon Lipsius from Eastern York, Mark Walker was just introduced from West York. A couple of Littlestown Thunderbolt greats, Chris Meekin and Zion Herr. Kevin Rill, who's Ben Rill's cousin. Kevin plays at West York, forward. And Justin Strasbaugh from Eastern York had 1 year of high school basketball, and it was a heck of a year. That's the away team, Team Sowers. And then the home team, Team Schmel. Steve Schmel from Red Lion. Does he have a staff with him, or is it just?
It looks like it's him. He asked me to sit on. Am I on? Yeah,
your mic's a little droopy there. But.
He asked me to do it with him. I said, no, I'm up here. He goes, that's an excuse. So, but it's real. So I'm happier to be up here than down there.
Well, it's a
he
fact.
was looking for somebody to help him. He's got a little pressure on them. Make subs. Make sure everybody gets the equal amount of time.
He normally has a big staff.
Guess they all have other plans, I guess.
Well, anyway, his home team participants today, Jordan Overton from York Tech, Dominic Calcutt from Southwestern, Tyson Carpenter from Bermudian, Greg Gittinger straight off the championship performance with Central, Chris Williams and Joe Sidora from Red Lion, Anthony Williams and Josh Everly from Northeastern, Kobe McNeely from Dallastown, Aben Myers from Spring Grove. He's suited up. I thought he might have to miss this due to injury, but it looks like he's got his hand wrapped, but he's in uniform. Looks like he might give it a go. And Monford White from York High. And Gittinger soaking up the introduction. Marcellus Gottwald on the PA introductions today introduced him as state champion, which he is. And you know, one thing about those guys, Dean, those Central State champs, they've got stars, and Gittinger is maybe the biggest of the stars, but they deflect. They are the first to credit their teammates and the role players and everybody else. And it's just a great chemistry, great thing that they had this year.
And the fact that they do that off the court when they talk about each other shows up on the court as well, right? I mean, last night's a great example. Gittinger didn't have one of his, normal offensive nights, and, they still come out on top because they've got just, other guys that can do the job when needed.
Well, the starters, Gittinger, Williams, Everly, and Myers. So Myers is playing. That's the home team. Meekin will jump it up for the away team. Lipsius, Rill, they start along with Charnetska and Holmes. And if it's anything like the girls game will have line changes every 5 minutes. And the officials Phil Miller, Dave Strine, Adam Wildison, and Meekin wins it back to Holmes, and off we go. The boys' half of today's extravaganza is underway with a 3. Simon Lipsius, one of the best in our area, had 47 of them this year. Now home team. Here is Josh Everly from Northeastern, and I didn't realize John Eister, head coach, he retired from teaching, but he's still coaching. Myers a back tap on the miss. Here's Chris Williams driving, got pried loose, and it went out off Williams' leg.
I think Chris was eyeing up a possible dunk there. He might get a few today.
Yes, we should watch for that. He was good for maybe 1.5 a game. High flying dunks. Here's Holmes on a pull up. And it's 5-0 away. Holmes a basketball and a football star at New Oxford. And now Anthony Williams on the pull up gets home team on the board.
Couple mid-range jumpers back and forth there from both teams.
I love it.
I know.
And that's because in my driveway, mid-range is the extent of my range. Meekin misses, but Lipsius tracks it down.
Is that because your driveway is not big enough, or you can only
Let's go with that.
mid-range?
Let's go with the former. Here's Charnetska teeing it up. They call it a 2. The shooting here early, impressive, 7-2 away. Anthony Williams, Northeastern's point guard, no relation to Larry Williams, who was the guy last year as Myers misses a runner. Kevin Rill hauls it in. Opening 2 minutes, the boys game 2 20-minute halves. As Holmes couldn't connect, but Rill another rebound, this time on the offensive end. Now Lipsius another 3-ball. Not this time. Meekin saves it in, but right to Chris Williams. And he'll float one for Everly, who launches. Rebound to Lipsius. Everly, an interesting story. He's homeschooled, but goes to Northeastern, and a high-flying try for Holmes. Got busted up at the rim. Here's Myers with a spin. Couldn't finish. And the rebound to Kevin Rill. Back the other way. West York, a team that improved big time from the start of the year, and Kevin Rill, part of that, he powers his way in.
Yeah, nice little spin move and drop step there from Rill.
Also on the West York golf team, here's Everly. The other part of that story, as he'll get to the line, he runs his own business, runs his own landscaping business.
How about that?
Lives on a 2-acre property, and it started with mowing. Now he's got his own rig and truck. What an enterprising young man.
Should maybe give a call. My yard needs some work.
Well, you just made a public offer.
Is anybody
maybe,
listening?
We can cut you a deal. Kevin Rill down low. Williams got a piece. Second effort's up and in, and Rill has scored twice. 11-3. And Anthony Williams dips his way in. He averaged almost 9 for Northeastern this year.
Yeah, nice take there by Anthony.
11-5, Team Sours. Here is Meekin, the all-time leading scorer at Littlestown with the scoop. What a matchup against Gittinger, who pokes it away. It'll be away team ball down low.
Yeah, got some size out there between those two guys.
Meekin, who's got a 3-level scoring game, and he dunks it in off the shot fake. He was number 2 in the league in scoring this year, 21.7. Only Jake Dallas of York Catholic put in more per game. Here's Williams launching, and a 3 rattles out. Meekin and Gittinger battling, and Meekin gets there by the corner. Going to D2, Frostburg State. And that 3 tickled the front of the net. A little bit shy. Frostburg, yep.
You've been there a few times.
More than a few. It's to sit way up in the rafters in that place.
Yeah, they just recently moved to D2, so they were D3. We played them quite a bit. They're in the league. It's quite the trip out to Frostburg.
Getting her step back and got it. It's a 2.
It's a 2. His foot was on the line.
4-time first-team All-Star. Back-to-back Division I Player of the Year. Here's Rill to the hoop. Williams the rebound off glass. It's 13-7. Up the middle for Everly. Down the middle. Lays it in. Everly, a second-team All-Star who averaged 12 for the Bobcats. Pull up from Holmes. It's in and out. And Everly the rebound and a whistle for subs. Little pace to this one.
Yeah, good start.
We had a trip to Frostburg that there were like, I don't know if it was overtime, there were like 55 free throws. You remember that one?
I do remember that one.
That's the one that stands out. Sedora knifing in, had it knocked away by Strasbaugh.
I remember one time going to Frostburg and we ran into this like a snowstorm on the way home and got home at like 2 in the morning. Were you along for that one?
Oh yeah. I didn't miss a Frostburg trip. Monford White got blocked. Here is Mark Walker from deep. Or I'm sorry, Kobe McNeely, number 24 in white and blue. Walker in the visiting team. I'm just trying to keep up, folks. Here's Idris Ahmedovich, football star from New Oxford. Now it's Walker, 22 in blue. And Zion Herr off to Strasbaugh, who swings it back to Walker. Thought about it and hits. It's a 3. Had a meniscus injury from quarterback play last year, cost him the basketball season. He gave up football this year to focus on hoops and helped West York become maybe the most improved team. Although Garrett Bull thought they were the best 0-4 team to start the year, and they ended up tying for first. Monford White, a rangy jumper, and he got the hop.
Yeah, nice shot there, nice release from White. Shooter's touch.
16-11. Eastern with Carter Foote Renwick on the floor, also heading into his baseball season at Eastern. Here's Ahmedovich driving, and a finger roll rolled off, but he'll go to the line.
It's nice to hear, Daryl, when you're talking about all these multi-sport athletes. It's a good thing to hear, and not that it's completely rare in today, but you don't see it as much as you used to, I think. So I always like hearing it. I always like hearing the kids still doing 2 sports, sometimes 3 sports. I think it helps your other sports when you're involved in as much as you can.
And as far as Ahmedovich, he's heading to Bloomsburg to play football. He was the QB at New Oxford, but a fantastic defensive back, and that's how he signed. Jordan Overton on the spin in. Unable to scoop it home. Up the floor, here's Foote Renwick. And across to Ahmedovich. He's open and rattles it in. It's for 3.
Pretty good teamwork out here. Both teams kind of sharing the ball, looking for the open guy.
And a little dipsy-do from Calcutt inside. It's knocked to the baseline. It'll stay with Team Schmel.
Team Schmel.
He looks very relaxed.
Yeah, that's about as relaxed as I've ever seen Steve in my entire life. I've golfed with him a few times. I've spent some good time with Steve, but I've never seen him quite that relaxed.
He is chilling down there today.
He might keep that same pose the whole time.
Shot clock at 3. Calcutt's got to go. And a foul line jumper. Sedora tried to tip it up. And toward the far corner, Overton there. Pass back intercepted. Ahmedovich had a school record number of those in football, and on his way up the floor is fouled. He had a school record 8 interceptions in his football career, 7 in his junior season. at the line again. First is good. He averaged almost 16.5 on the basketball floor this winter. Number 9 scorer in the league. An early 5 today as the second one wouldn't drop. Trying to pound that one into White, busted up. Strasbaugh to steal. Ahmedovich once again, and Calcutt from behind blocked it. The team Sours ball underneath.
Nice chase down there from Calcutt, not giving up on the play with a block shot.
And from the corner, Strasbaugh couldn't hit. Rebound to Kobe McNeely. Phenomenal senior year at Dallastown. And gives to Overton, who backs it up. Calcutt steps into it. Long on that three-point try. Strasbaugh triggered it ahead, intercepted. Calcutt took it back. He goes high, flying in, and finger rolls it off the front of the rim and through.
Little finger roll, George Gervin style. You're probably too young for that reference.
I'm just pretending to understand. I know he's the Iceman.
I know all these kids out here, they're way too young for that reference, but you're right, the Iceman, finger roll.
I know all about the NBA now. You're the one that gets blacked out.
Yeah, I don't get the Sixer games. I don't know. What's up with that?
Calcutt inside, hits again. I guess he was their primary ball handler at Southwestern this year. They had kind of a positionless style. Azyah and her a little too muscular. Ahmedovich, the putback try, saves it out. Foot Renwick hits. What is up with all these feet on the line? Oh yeah, it's the college three-point. Yeah. That's what it is.
Not quite used to it.
Yeah, under long 2. Would have been a 3 in the gym in Wrightsville. Here's Overton, give and go, and he floats it up and in from Sedora. Well, Foot Renwick's wide open. McNeely raced back, and now Foot Renwick midair gets a foul call. It was on the pass. They weren't fooling anybody. It's not a shot attempt. Adam Wilderson hands him the ball. He is a PE teacher at West York and officiating, former college basketball player.
Yeah, good player. In the officiating now, he's doing a real good job with officiating.
Her tried to slap that ball to Ahmedovich, but it went on by. Midway through the first half today. Overton from the York Tech Spartans and hits a 3.
Yeah, nice shot there from Overton. They set a little ball screen and went underneath the ball screen. Oh!
Look out, Strasbaugh flying in, and Overton went flying past the table trying to intercept.
Pretty athletic play there to jump over the bench and come away unharmed.
So I'm pleased to be up here today.
I know you are.
For those reasons. And line change is coming. Strasbaugh at the line, both teams subbing heavy. And the girls' game ended up being close. This one is close early, 23-20. Strasbaugh tried the underhand free throw.
Why not?
You know, in states, he averaged like 15 and 15. He was a beast. Here's Myers on the crossover. Lost the handle going in. Lipsius put a stop to it. Charnetska underhand to Holmes. And the rebound hauled in by Anthony Williams for Northeastern. And it's Chris Williams. And with the extendo arm, couldn't hit falling down. Lipsius leads it ahead. Holmes wants to fly and lays it in.
We're going to get a few three-point attempts in this game.
Everly faked one and rumbles to the hoop but couldn't finish. 25-20. No look underhand. Lipsius from Holmes. Shy, but Holmes caught it down low. Rill out to Charnetska with plenty of space. But a little bit short. Tyson Carpenter in for Bermudian. He had that rebound as Myers fastballed one to Everly, out to Williams. He hits, and it's a three. Anthony Williams.
Little teammate action there from Northeastern players, Everly to Williams.
25-23. Brennan Holmes, there's the mid-range game. Unable to hit,
you just
though.
Get excited. Like, I can hear the excitement from your voice when somebody shoots a mid-range shot.
It's so rare, man.
I'm telling you. Wow, that was high in the air.
That was long range.
It's gonna cycle. It's coming back. I'm telling you.
Meekin tries to center, batted to Charnetska. Lipsius backs up to the corner. And Williams tipped it, but right to Rill. Back to Lipsius. How about a low post game with Meekin? Double down. Back to Lipsius for three. Yeah, it makes sense now, Dean. I didn't put 2 and 2 together in the girls' game. I'm like, oh, yeah, a lot of these misses are short. Well, the three-point line's further out.
Yeah.
Here's Everly, and that was an NBA try, but short.
Saying likewise in the boys' game here, a lot of short shots. We're going to have another halftime little game with the youth players again?
I think so. Chris Meekin ends up at the line. Meekin, who set Littlestown's all-time scoring record this year, surpassed Logan Collins. Over 1,600. Despite that, he is a good free throw shooter, 72%. Williams crossover, step back, fills it up. Anthony Williams, he's got 10 to lead the way early. Second three for him. Lipsius entangled, but tosses out to Meekin, matched up on Williams. And now Charnetska to the foul line. Mid-range try. It's home team by a point, and here's Williams. Puts him up three. He wanted the dunk, but I think he got a little off his rhythm on the way in. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
Holmes at the other end. Avon Myers hauls in that board and throws it down the floor too far for Anthony Williams. Avon Myers showing off the arm. I'm glad he can play today. The early indications were that he might not be able, coming off injury, but a great year at Spring Grove as Meekin dials up a three, no dice. Tyson Carpenter, another rebound. He was the Bermudian quarterback in the fall as Myers from up high. He's got the high loft on his shot.
Yeah, he could bring some rain with that shot.
And Meekin, the 6'8" center from downtown. He did have 32 threes this year.
Yeah, you can see why he's a D2 commit going to Frostburg. And big guy with the ability to step out and shoot the three.
Chris Williams, that's from deep. Rebound off to Lipsius. Here comes Meekin. And Avon Myers out to meet him. Meekin pirouettes by and lays it in. 4 times this year, he had 30 or more. Now step back again. Williams, hot hand early, but this one hops up and over.
Defense has taken a little bit of a lapse here in the past couple minutes.
They might be feeding off the posture of their coaches down there on the bench.
Steve moved. He took at least.
He is leaning forward a little bit. Getting into it. And so is Chris Meekin, who drills it. Another three. And he's got 10, pulling even with Anthony Williams for the game lead as Avon Myers darts in, and he's on the board.
Yeah, nice little hesitation there from Myers.
He's got some moves. He's showing them today.
Yeah.
Meekin zigzags. Missed the shot. Everly the board. Down the floor, Myers touches it off to Williams. A triple. Got it. Chris Williams, who had double-digit threes this year. Normally, he's above the rim. And we have a timeout.
We do?
Maybe just to get the subs in, I think. I don't think it's for strategy.
I don't think either coach wants to talk any strategy here at all.
We're tied at 33. Mark Walker for West York on a pick and roll. Strasbaugh knifes in and scores.
Yeah, nice little pick and roll there.
Now Sidora cruising in. Beat the defense and flips it in. I thought watching like big skilled guys this year as Menovich drills it from deep. I thought Gittinger and Sidora were maybe the two smoothest big guys that could play also outside. Just smooth as silk.
Yeah.
And there is Gittinger. Step back two on the crossover.
Right on cue, Daryl.
How about it?
No, you're absolutely right. And both those players have the ability to score at all three levels, and in some ways make it look effortless when they do it. It's certainly not that, but just smooth games.
Monford White, he is a bull inside. It is a strong game from him. Now that miss knocked out to the corner. And Gittinger's college commitment will be coming at some point. Got no shortage of offers. Play gets hemmed up over on the far sideline. We'll have an inbound from there. 3:39 left in the first half. 38-37. What was your line on this one, Dean?
6. I just completely made that up.
And Menovich drives in and scores. We're trying to line up halftime interviews. There's a jumper that rattles out. Monford White on the offensive glass is fouled going up. Or post game, doesn't matter. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Get one from each team.
There you go.
This is how the sausage is made, folks.
On the fly.
Monford White at the line. That's how we do it. Monford, 1 of 2. Here comes Team Sowers. Mark Walker back for Foot Renwick on the left sideline. Zion Hur out to screen for him. It's a team game here on All-Star Sunday. Menovich, little fade, couldn't hit. Rebound to Kobe McNeely, who averaged 17 a game this year for Mike Grassel's team. Gittinger in the step back, and that's his move. This time the toe behind the line, it's for 3.
Coach Grassel here in attendance today. He's got his North Carolina sweatshirt on. We share our North Carolina fandom together.
Aha. Well, he could go down and help Coach Schmel. They were co-coaches of the year.
How about that? Yeah.
Did you suggest that to him?
I should have. I forgot. I think Coach Grassel would rather be where he is.
He's not busy. Where is he?
Straight across, right on the other side, about halfway up, right above Kyle Master there.
Ah, of course, yeah. Sidora from the corner. Oh, Calca tried for the tip slam. Last saw Mike Grassel when Dallastown hosted that state game last week as Strasbaugh down the floor laid it in. His Eastern teammate, Foot Renwick, the assist. Walker a steal, and Strasbaugh gets hauled to the floor. Usually when Monford White fouls you, you remember it. That was Sidora who was alongside. Either one of them. They're both physically imposing. 42-41.
Yeah, Strasbaugh definitely brought a presence to the team this year that kind of just took them up another notch. Such a a force around the basket, both ends of the floor, especially rebounding. He's just did a great job for him.
Here's McNeely from way outside. And a battle for the board. Strasbaugh knocked it to Foot Renwick. I thought Foot Renwick did so many of the little things for Eastern, and certainly a defensive stopper. It's another team that, kind of like Central, you know, up and down the roster, somebody, when you add it all together, they had everything. Somebody brought something that gave that team, they could beat you any and every way.
Yeah, for sure, and what a great run for them. Got a chance to talk to Coach Showers a little bit beforehand, congratulate him on the run. He said it was just a lot of fun group, and they stuck with it all year long, and they were playing their best ball at the end of the year.
Monford White, a post ISO, and now Strasbaugh trying to give it back on the drive. Those two going head to head.
Yeah, they're having a little fun with each other.
That's becoming one to watch. Monford White just got his third foul.
Somebody better let Steve know it's not going to be an assistant.
Strasbaugh's first is good.
Look, he's looking. He's like, "Are we keeping fouls here?" He's asking. Okay, yeah, no, not really.
He is a treat. Strasbaugh hit both of those. Calcutt trying to move in, and off to Sidora down the lane. He tried to dish to White, and Strasbaugh interfered with that. Here he is into the open floor. He tried to cram it, and Calcutt not on his watch. He'll help him up. And as long as they know how to land.
Yeah.
I guess that's part of being a great athlete on the basketball floor. You got to know how to land.
Yeah, guys like you and I, Daryl, there really isn't any landing.
It's more of a thud.
Yeah, I don't think Strasbaugh thought Calcutt was going to try to contest that. Thankfully, everybody's okay.
Strasbaugh, who had a great football career as well. They convinced him to come out for hoops. What an addition. He's actually cousins of Carter Wamsley. Getting her doubled off to Calcutt, moving in, fakes the kick out. Strasbaugh rebounds it with 30 seconds left in the half. Foot Renwick forcing his way up court, off to Emetovic. And that three wouldn't go. McNeely springs Calcutt, and he'll jam it in. Dominic Calcutt with the right hand hammer. Tied at 45 as the basket shakes. Here's Strasbaugh looking to answer and lays it in. I think he was thinking jam, settled for the finesse. 47-45, getting her leaner at the horn. And for Central, they had all those buzzer beaters on that state playoff run. Gettinger had a bunch of them. I'm glad he hit him in the games that mattered, as opposed to that one.
That's right.
Looks like
when it matters most.
Looks like he's joining us here at the half. 47-45, team away leads it. And we'll have the King throw the headset on.
I think we got
here at halftime. Carter Foot Renwick coming up too.
Congratulations.
We are surrounded by
fun to watch.
Greats. Yeah.
Here we go.
Greg Gettinger and Carter Foot Renwick throwing on the headsets here at the half. And
Yes,
Greg,
sir.
we'll start with you. Number one, how much sleep did you get last night?
Oh, man, you know, I wish I could have slept better, but, you know, it was for a good reason, man. What a fantastic night last night. You know, just incredible atmosphere. What an amazing thing to do for the community. And I'm just so blessed, so fortunate, you know, to share such a monumental moment with such a great group of guys and such a great coaching staff.
Yeah, it's, you know, watching it from our perspective, one thing that I've noticed all year, you guys have stars, but you guys deflect. Like, you are the first to give credit to the role players, the guys in practice. It seemed like just the chemistry of your team was just really something special.
Yeah, 100%, and that just shows the maturity of our guys. You know, we're super young, but, you know, we've had some turbulence throughout the season, and it's just made us that much better. And, you know, there's a lot of good teams out there that don't get along, but, you're not going to find a better team that, gets along, 1 through 13. We always got each other's backs on and off the court. And just like I said, what a fantastic group of guys to share such a special moment with.
Carter Foote-Renwick from Eastern York up here with us as well. And Carter, I thoroughly enjoyed watching your team on that run to the quarters, and I felt the same way about your team. It seemed like, somebody on that roster brought something that when you add it up, your team kind of had everything, including that chemistry. Did you feel that was a big part of your success?
Yeah, we've been playing together ever since we were young, and we've always built that chemistry throughout the years, and that's really paid off as we've gotten older, and we are able to pick each other up and play together, and when one guy's not always on their A game, another guy's there to pick them up.
What did you feel was your biggest role within the Golden Knights scheme this year, the things that you were asked to do?
Well, I was asked to be a captain this year, just kind of lead some of the younger guys to where we want them to be. Just try to keep the team together. We went through a lot of turbulence as well. Yeah, just sticking together and being a team because we knew our potential.
How much fun is this today?
This is great. I've always seen it growing up, and it's fun to be out here one last time.
We're going to go back and forth here. Got a lot of things I want to ask both of you guys. Back to you, Greg. What was the feeling when you woke up this morning and realized what you guys had accomplished?
It was just completely surreal. It just cemented ourselves in history, and just knowing that that's something that no one will ever be able to take from us. It's just a testament to the hard work and everything that we've put in, the blood, sweat, and tears. And so I woke up, I saw my medal again, and I just, you can't help but just smile because what an incredible run. To lose in districts and then to be able to bounce back and to have people underestimating us and just being an underdog, dude. I mean, you can't write it up any better.
So what the heck really happened after the loss to Redline? What switch flipped for you guys?
Well, we've got an incredible coaching staff, and they understood that fellas, we can't do it for you, right? At a certain point, you have to decide to lock yourselves in and put in the effort. And I think it was the catalyst to us realizing our potential. But if we don't work hard, that potential doesn't mean anything. And so getting back and having that fire reignited, just that competitiveness, that sometimes everybody hits that mid-season wall, that mid-season block, but it reignited our passion for the game, and it realized that we really can do it. We lost by 1 point to Redline, and it felt like a 30-point loss, man. It was just an absolute shock, and we did not play a great game, but I mean, as cliche as it sounds, we really just started working harder and really just realized that this is something that we really want, and this is something that we're gonna go take. It's not just gonna be given to us. We have to go earn it.
Carter, back to you. You guys won a championship on that same floor just a few weeks earlier up at Giants Center. Now that we're a few weeks removed from it, what are your memories from that atmosphere? And as a player, are you trying to block that out, or are you trying to embrace, being in that big arena and trying to enjoy all of that?
Well, definitely a little bit of both. Not everybody gets to do that. And when I was younger, I saw the guys before me do it. And so you got to take it in. You got to enjoy it. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but at the same time, we got to go out and win a game because we don't want to get all the way there just to be second place.
Yeah, and how much, you mentioned the guys before you, and you were a little kid watching those guys some years back. What kind of pride did you feel in Wrightsville? The fan support. I remember hearing about the send-offs from Royal Farms and police escorts and stuff like that.
Well, it was awesome being from such a small community. Everybody knows everybody, and we had a lot of support going there and after and throughout our state's run.
I remember the game at Easton Middle School. That was the second round to get to the quarterfinals. You guys beat Hampton. And after the game,
we beat Valley View.
That's right.
Yes.
To face Hampton. I'm sorry. You're right. Yep. And after the game, I saw 3 kids in the stands with number 3 shirts, and it said Carter on the back. You had a fan club following you?
Yeah, those are my little cousins.
Cousins?
They're from down in Maryland, so they actually made quite a trip to come up and watch me play, and it was really great that they were wearing that.
Yeah. And Greg, same with Central. I mean, the community support's been unbelievable, and I'm pretty sure, you know, Giddingers are tall. I'm pretty sure I saw your brother Gabe in the stands for all those games, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. You know, we had a great, you know, 4 or 5 games, you know, in states, you know, just with everybody rooting for us, you know. But like I said earlier, there were definitely some doubters, right? And I can't be more proud of my guys. You know, we drowned out the noise, and we just showed up. You know, it's just another 32 minutes of basketball. You know, we're going to go out there, we're going to have a blast, we're going to have a fun time. But at the end of the day, it's just 32 minutes, you know, and you just leave your heart and soul out there. And, you know, winning the state championship is a testament to that. You know, it was funny because I was spending some time with my friends yesterday, and it almost seemed like they were even more excited to win a state championship than I was. So, you know, if that, you know, doesn't mean a lot to the community, I don't know what else will. But I'm just, you know, to be able to go down in history like that is just, I'm speechless.
That's okay. You don't have to have the words for it. You know, up there calling the game, I was nervous for you guys. My palms were sweaty. What about you? You know, do you try to block out the atmosphere, or do you try to embrace that? I mean, that was such a great crowd last night with Allentown, York, you know, each side of the building. It was amazing.
Yeah, like I just mentioned, you know, it's just 32 minutes. We couldn't overthink it. We believe in our talent. You know, we went into it as a 5 seed, you know, in the district. But, you know, I believe that we were a 1 seed. And so going in, you know, having the guys, you know, we're celebrating, we're goofy, you know, we like to dance before the game, you know, be loose, you know. So, yeah, I mean, you definitely can get a sense for the environment. But, you know, you don't just get there to be there. You know, you get there to win. And so we immediately just decided that we were going to lock in and that we were going to go take it from them. You know, we weren't just going to show up to have a good time, that, you know, all 32 minutes were going to be earned. And by no means was it a perfect game, but that's what makes it that much sweeter.
Yeah. Well, it was sweet for us just to watch it. It was amazing memories, both you guys, the runs that you've had this year. And Carter, at Eastern, you've played for some great coaching staffs yourself. Sites last year, the Sours coming in this year. What was it like to get into Troy's system and the other Sours who are on staff with him? And as that grew, it really looked like you guys just got better and better as the year went.
Yeah, well, I think he understood the potential that he had when he took the job, or that we had when he took the job. And we really got started only a couple months after the season ended in 23. So we got straight to it. We got to work. We went to multiple camps over the summer, had a bunch of practices just to kind of break us into his style of play. And there were some bumps, there were some walls, but we got through it, and we lived up to what we knew we could do.
Now, what's next for you? You're going into baseball season, right?
Yeah.
That's already started?
Yes.
How's it going?
We had our first game. We lost.
Okay.
But
you'll win a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah, but it's just a transition, obviously, coming at you a lot faster.
Third short and outfield, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. After the spring season, and I'm not going to ask either of you guys to, you know, announce anything that you don't want out there yet. But what are you like future-wise? Are you looking ahead to college at this point, or did you make a choice, Carter? What's going on with you?
I decided not to pursue college.
Okay.
Just I'm not completely sure what I want to do yet. Just don't want to invest in something that I don't have any future for.
I'm still not sure what I want to do yet, so that's all good. Greg, what do you have a sense of timeline? I know you got a whole bunch of offers. Don't spill any beans that you wouldn't want, but what's that look like for you?
Yeah, I've been so blessed to, you know, make so many great relationships throughout my recruiting process, and, you know, there's definitely been some adversity, you know, with the way, you know, the recruitment in the portal and everything has been, you know, so, you know, I'm learning, you know, just like all the other coaches are learning, but, you know, hopefully within the next, you know, month or two, you know, I can do a lot of more like physical visits and, you know, get up to some of the schools that have been talking to me. And, you know, I'm excited to find the right fit. You know, the perfect fit, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect for it necessarily be the right fit. You know, it's just one of the things that I've learned, you know, throughout this process. And, you know, like I said, I've made a ton of great relationships, and, you know, I'm excited to, you know, start getting onto campus to hopefully find the right, you know, the right place for me. But I'm also going to be playing volleyball this spring.
Really?
So, you know, I'm putting back on the volleyball jersey I played freshman year for Coach Todd. You know, may he rest in peace. You know, I promised him, though, my my freshman year that I would play again my senior year because I was busy with AAU both my sophomore and junior year. So, hopefully, win another state championship with the volleyball team. They got some really good guys. They just won the North Allegheny tournament, and so I can't wait to put on that volleyball jersey and get back to work. In my second sport.
That is awesome. No rest for the weary.
No, sir.
That's enjoy. Best of luck with that.
Thank you.
And Carter, just what do you want to savor the most of your last couple months of high school? Obviously, you've got the baseball season. What else do you want to kind of soak in as you move toward graduation?
Just being able to wake up and go to school and see my friends every day. There's not going to be a time again where I'm able to do that, and I just want to take it all in and enjoy the time I have.
As an old guy, take it from me, enjoy it while it lasts. It goes fast. Who do you have next in baseball this week?
I think York
Busy
Tech.
Week? York Tech?
Yeah, I think it's a 3-game week.
Okay.
So, yeah, busy week.
And then, Greg, when you get to college, have you decided what you want to pursue study-wise or anything? Or?
Yeah, I'm looking to go into finance, and then hopefully play basketball as long as possible. You could see me overseas somewhere, maybe in the next couple of years, but go into finance, hopefully then be able to do my 5th year, get my master's. I'm just excited for the next 4 years. What a great way to finish off my high school career. It's going to be my personality for the next couple months. I guarantee you. You're not going to be able to get me to shut up about it. But I can't wait for what God's got in store for me next.
Yeah, no doubt. Either of you guys, any big halftime adjustments, any big X's and O's here before we get to the second half? It's a big game today.
Yeah, it's a big game, close one. Maybe lock in and buckle in on some defense. But outside of that, just go out there, have some fun. That's what this all is. That's what this is about.
Yeah. How about you, Carter? Last time wearing this uniform here, these next 20 minutes.
Yeah, it'll definitely be fun. We just need number 44 for Eastern to make some foul shots. Hopefully he can knock some of them down and we can take it away.
Maybe overhand, huh?
Maybe hit something.
Whatever works.
Maybe get a little Rick Barry spin.
Whatever works, yeah.
Maybe hit the rim, too.
Well, you guys are great. I've really enjoyed watching both of you. Best of luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy the rest of today. And thanks a lot for coming up here at the half.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Absolutely. Greg Gettinger from Central, Carter Foot-Renwick from Eastern, 2 studs in our area, joining us here at halftime of this S3 performance training senior all-star game here from York College. We'll take a break here at halftime, get you set for the start of the second half. When we return, you are watching here on GameTimePA. And oh, by the way, it's close. Away team leads 47-45.
Hey athletes, want to take your game to the next level? Join the area's best athletes and coaches at S3 Performance Training. Since 2014, S3 Performance Training has developed many of the best college, high school, and middle school student athletes in South Central Pennsylvania. S3 offers age-appropriate performance training for all participants, including college preparatory strength and conditioning for older advanced athletes. Run faster, jump higher, get stronger, and reduce the risk of injury with S3 Performance Training. S3 Performance Training, located inside Heritage Hills Athletic Club, or visit us online at s3performancetraining.com.
Nothing beats March Madness. The pure sound of a swish, the rattle of a slam dunk, the fans on their feet for the big moments. And the action just keeps getting better until a national champion is crowned. Hear all the action with Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA men's and women's tournaments right here.
Brought to you locally by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
It is just about time for the second half here. Again, our game sponsors today, not just S3 Performance Training, the presenting sponsor, also EXP Realty and Jonathan Schultz here from the Grumbacher Center. And we might be in for a barn burner. Team Sours leading Team Schmel 47-45. You're at the half. Post game? John Turpak's got a lot of people to see today as the presentings. We're trying to twist his arm to get him to come up here. after. He said he forgot at halftime. But, Dean, you get the sweat off your headset?
I tried to. I'm not sure I got it all.
Anthony Williams, the first attempt, and boy, there's a wall of Navy down there. We got Eastern and West York on the floor together.
Yeah, how about that?
Strasbaugh spinorama and finishes. No free throws needed. Carter Foot Renwick was giving him the business at halftime. The key to winning is for number 44 to hit his free throws.
Huh.
Here's Everly, and that's for 3. 49-48. It's heating up again. Strasbaugh for a triple. Hold the finish. He's got 14. Now, he stepped out and showed range during the year.
Yeah.
He's a bruiser, but rebounds Overton's miss, and off to Foot Renwick right from the hot seat up here and right back onto the floor as he takes it down the lane and scores on the float.
The floater.
Felt bad about asking him the start of his baseball season. They lost the first game, but they'll win a bunch as Myers gets shoved right into Strasbaugh and pinballs off of him.
Can't win them all, especially in baseball,
That's
right?
Exactly. Just ask the Spartans. Trying to get back at it today. Scott's out there. Hopefully it's going better. Hosting F&M today as Foot Renwick pops a steal right to his teammate Strasbaugh. 2-on-1 to the hoop. Couldn't get it up and over. Foot Renwick gives him a second chance. And Strasbaugh with 16.
Well, Eastern York players leading the way here to create some distance for the away team.
Haven Myers can't connect. Rebound knocked out to Overton. And a 3 for the York Tech Spartan is off. Rebound Anthony Williams back up and in. Down the floor, Tyson Carpenter, the interception. For Bermudian, he is left all alone. And it's for 3. Carpenter had 32 of those this year. He averaged 13 for Bermudian.
Nice looking shot there from Carpenter, nothing but net.
And Lipsius drains it in. I think Troy Sowers is trying to win this game. All his Golden Knights out there together as Avon Myers will get to the line.
I think the PA guy announced the wrong name on that last 3. Everybody's kind of getting a little bit of chuckle out of that. It's all right. Can't be perfect down there.
Avon Myers with the roll.
It's hard to keep track of with this up and down action.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Sure beats 4 corners and no shot clock. Oh, Avon Myers with the underhand style. Showing him how it's done. 59-55, Walker down to Rill, who dunks it in. Kevin Rill from his Bulldog teammate. Walker, I know, has played baseball in the past. I guess he's doing that again as Williams misses a 3. He gave up football to get healthy for basketball. As Myers interrupts that down court pass. Here's Everly in the open floor for the score. 61-57. Now we're getting up and down.
Yeah, I don't foresee many fouls the rest of the way.
Strasbaugh bats the backboard as he lays it home for 18. Everly foot race to the other end, and the offense wins it again.
Ooh.
Oh, look out.
Down below.
I don't want any of that. Eric Sowers catches it. Troy's cuz. The Sowers almost got taken out by one of their own. Williams misfiring. Here comes Foot Renwick. 63-59 away. No home court advantage today, I guess. Here's Lipsius from the corner. And a bat attempt ends up with Myers, dribbled off his leg, still trying to regather. Underhand to Carpenter, it's for 3. Tyson Carpenter has hit a pair here in this second half.
Yeah, back-to-back there from Carpenter.
The first team All-Star.
What do you got for lunch here?
That's a PB&J that was made about 8 hours ago.
Not gonna holding out for a hot dog or something?
No, I didn't get it. I should support the York College women running the stand today. Strasbaugh had an interception in his sights. That table should have been in full-blown panic as he was coming toward that table. Yeah, the good thing about PB&J is it doesn't really go bad, so I'm not too worried about it.
I can't remember the last time I had a PB&J.
You know what you're missing. Getting her wraparound for Sidora, but Ahmedovich, other ideas. Here's Zion Her flying down the floor. It's his first 2 today. At the other end, Sidora jams it home. Left hand slam. Starting to get above the rim here in the second half. Holmes looking to answer back. Fed it to nobody. Here's getting her ahead. And Sidora, it's a slam dunk contest for the Red Lions senior.
Didn't that just happen? It's like the same exact dunk. Come on, mix it up next time.
Instant replay. Ahmedovich from downtown. Holmes went for the tap. Kobe McNeely scoops. Got ourselves a 1-point game on Sidora's jams. Here is McNeely for 3, and Team Schmel takes the lead.
Big push here from Coach Schmel. Look at the excitement that he's showing down there, taking this lead.
A wraparound over the shoulder. Her missed Meekin. Yes, Steve's excitement is just bubbling over.
Calm down, Steve.
McNeely trying to handle away, and Charnetska pressuring him, forced the turnover. What do you think's going through Steve's mind right now?
Hope the clock doesn't stop for the next 14 minutes.
That's what I thought. That's what I was thinking. Here's Chris Williams lining it up. It's good.
Williams made some big shots like that in the playoff run for Red Lion.
Meekin wants his own. Rebound off to Holmes. Overshot it. Her saves it to Meekin, and Sidora down to block him. Now off to Holmes, and it's up and rolling in. Brennan Holmes heading to IUP to play football. He was Ahmedovich's go-to receiver. Here's Sidora, left corner. And Charnetska comes away. Down court heave, but too high for Holmes, who makes the catch on most of those. All-state receiver. Was Steve Schmel a coach on the floor when you had him at York College?
He was. Steve always knew the game pretty well and was kind of one step ahead. Kind of a unique player. He's, somebody who brought the ball down the floor a lot, initiated offense, but he's also a guy that we posted up a lot and had a really, really good post-up game. So he was kind of a matchup nightmare for opposing teams.
Well, apparently he got a third of his 1,000 on that baseline play you guys ran for him.
Yeah, now he's running a Red Lion. I don't think he got quite that many, but he got a few.
Sidora lefty.
It's a really complicated play. You stand in front of the rim, and when the guy gets the ball from the referee and the inbounder, he throws it to him.
Man, you're going to have to draw that one up for me.
That's literally what the play is.
I'm going to have to see that one. Here's Meekin spinning and scoring. A dozen for Littlestown's all-time leading scorer. They were state-bound again this year. Gettinger unloads, rebound off to her. He was also a great football player at Littlestown and golf and track and field.
Wow, look at that.
As Meakin steps back, it's around and off. Chris Williams up the middle. There it is. Two-hand slam and a chin-up.
You're allowed to do the chin-ups in the All-Star games.
Brennan Holmes trying to jam one in. He'll shoot it in instead. 78-73, Dean.
We got some points coming now, don't we?
Monford White with the range. Nothing he can't do. Now why we have a whistle. Shoe untied.
Oh, that's nice. Let him tie his shoe.
The officials needed to catch their breath.
I don't know. They're kind of just going station to station. Yeah. I don't think they're out of breath.
More of a stroll, a leisurely.
You got Gettinger with a defensive chop stance there.
Ahmedovich took the bait. Sidora another board. Right down the middle, and Sidora's got 10, 8 this half. Third leading scorer in the league this year at over 20. And Meakin fills it up from deep. If he had a goal today to show his range, but he's doing it. Sidora coming up shy. White, the putback. Ahmedovich blocked him from behind. And that'll allow some subs to enter. Actually, all of them.
Yeah, both teams with, and just like the girls' game, actually, both teams with 10 players, so it kind of makes subbing a little bit easier for the coaches. It's a good number to have for All-Star game. I've been to All-Star games where teams have had, you know, like 17, 18 players. It can be a little bit too much, so when you have this, everybody can kind of get into a rhythm. You getting excited? What's going on?
I just wanted to see. It's been a while since I stood up.
Oh, made me nervous.
To make sure I could still do it. Glued to this chair. Strasbaugh, 22, leads the way. You know, Dean, I got to get to S3.
Yeah.
It's on the docket.
I'm telling you, just let me know when you do. I'll be right behind you.
Put Renwick to the basket.
What would you be training for? What's your goal?
Hang the rim mics better. Not fall when I get off the step ladder. It's a disaster sure to happen in this building at some point. Here's Kevin Rill getting on the board again. He's got 8. Now, I'm more built for comfort at this stage. A long rebound. Carpenter ready. His third 3.
Yeah, he's feeling it.
He had a pretty good year at Berm. They went 14 and 8. He averaged 13 for them. There is Mark Walker to the hoop. It's a shame because he and Garrett Bull, they do feel like he lost some of that burst from that meniscus, at least coming into the year. And actually moved him from point guard to shooting guard, but nice hard take. Carpenter this time wouldn't go for him. Walker cruising it up, no look to his teammate Rill, had it slapped loose going up. Carpenter the D. Here goes Anthony Williams up the middle and flung it out to Everly all alone. Williams the rebound, up, and it rolled off the side. Iron unkind.
Yeah, that wasn't nice. Oh, we got a little post denial there. Oh,
right to foot Renwick. Give him an assist.
Yeah.
We're all friends today. Overton down the middle, just leg up.
What do you think winning score is going to be? How many points do you think the winning team is going to have?
130.
130?
And I don't know if the scoreboard can handle it. I think it can. Williams rims one. Calcutt went high flying. Foot Renwick couldn't find it. He got spun around. There's Kevin Rill to the hoop, and it's up and good. He's got 10.
I mean, the home team would have to get 36 in the last 7 minutes.
That's true. We are under 7.
So I'll take the under.
Can I? I submitted. What's done is done. As Mark Walker gets the away team up over 90.
How about this question? Who do you think is going to win?
I got away. As Anthony Williams knifes in. I think Troy Sowers late is going to pull out the stop. Well, he's got all 3 Eastern guys on right now. I think somehow chemistry is going to determine this. Somebody's going to make a play with teammates. Well, that works. Dominic Calcutt with another jam in the open floor. Now Lipsius cranks it up. His 3rd 3 today.
Still keeping stats there. I'm impressed.
Creature of habit. I'm afraid Jim's going to come up here and be like, oh, who should be the MVP again?
That's good.
That's exactly how I'll ask it. As Walker the pitch ahead, Carpenter back. And lobs it to Overton on the save. Overton, who averaged 12.6 for Tech, and slashes in for 2 more. Second team All-Star in Division III. Lipsius launching and nails another.
Lipsius is feeling it. Bringing the away team back.
100-97, Overton.
Whoa.
A double pump scoop and a whistle for subs. Oh, that might be it for the Eastern boys.
Does that change your...
And the West York boys.
Does that change your prediction on the outcome?
I feel... My prediction is... It's going to get serious with 2 minutes to go. And you got 2 Littlestown guys. You got 2 Red Lion guys. 2 New Oxford guys together. I'm not really answering your question.
No, not at all.
Brennan Holmes hits from deep. We are tied at 100. Take a picture of that board. Getting her trying to untie it.
Better hurry up to get the picture. Oh,
getting her the intercept. And we are nowhere near shooting yet. Home team hasn't committed a foul this half. You think they'll commit one before it's over?
Yeah.
Here's Williams going baseline, reverse flip in. I think Williams and Sedora are going to do something late to win it. There you go.
This comes like a minute after you told me the away team is going to win. So you're good either way.
That's right. Haven Myers down the lane. And Ametovich will make him earn it from the line.
See Tate Landis sighting there, sitting behind the basket. Probably coming in for his workout.
He looks like he's about to
play a game.
Yeah. getting in the right frame of mind. Headphones on.
He's a worker. He's always in here getting the shots up, as are a bunch of the York College players.
Well, I've assumed the same posture as the coaches here with 4 minutes to go, so that's why I made multiple predictions. Can be right either way. Ametovich unties it. Away team up 106-103. Gettinger from the volleyball line. He's going to be playing volleyball at Central this spring, he told us. As Charnetska triggers Holmes deep off to Ahmedovich, but he was too deep to finish. Here comes Avon Myers into the open floor, up and missed. Trying to get it up before Meekin closed, and we got problems. Sidora trying to do a pull up and shake it free. Oh,
what are you doing here? Get another ball.
You could have seen this coming.
Of all the basketball that I've seen here, I've never seen that happen.
We've got problems.
This is probably not as easy as it was. Oh, he got it. All right, here, 3 minutes left. Big stop here for home team. They keep it 3-point game.
Gotta lock it in here. And her no look backward for Ahmedovich. The Ahmedoviches moved from Bosnia when he was age 3. They still visit in the summer. Parents got jobs at Utz when they moved to Gettysburg area. New Oxford then. As White bats one. Ahmedovich comes away free. He's looking over his shoulder and lays it up and in. 15 for Idris. Timeout to get McNeely in.
They asked Coach Mel if he wanted to talk it over, and he said no, thank you.
Here's Sidora. He crams it in. Two-hand slam. 108-105.
Yeah, that was a different slam than his others. It went with a two-hander there with authority.
See some variety. And now a hold out on the perimeter. We're going to get a treat. The Red Line boys are coming up to chat post-game.
All right.
So stay with us after. Big post-game show.
Got your questions ready?
Let's do it on the fly. It's the motto as we've established as McNeely flies ahead from Sidora.
I'll tell you what, Sidora wants to win. You just watch him out here in his defense a little bit, and he's pushing the pace. You can tell that in these type of games who's out there and who wants to win. And Sidora wants to win.
Final 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining. There's Sidora.
Was that Zinkoff?
Yeah.
Was it?
Any number of them. Getting her missing. Sidora puts him on top. 109-108. Meekin trying to put Team Sours back ahead. But Team Schmel holding one. Sidora, leaner. Oh, man. He wants it.
He wants to win. Good for him.
Love it.
Oh,
stay out of the way. Just get out of the way.
He didn't want it bad enough to get in the way of that one.
Just get out of there.
Nice dunk by Meekin.
He's got 17. 111-110. Coming down to the wire. Coming in for a landing, Dean.
Who's that? The guy from the Sixers?
That was Zumoff, yeah. It's Chris Williams to the cup. Not enough English. Getting her, though, there to clean it up.
Not quite as big a bucket as some of the ones he's had recently, but similar. Getting to the offensive boards and getting a putback. He was big in that part of the game for Central.
He was their leading rebounder last night. And Chris Williams ahead. I don't know. 115-110. Is that a dagger? Not yet. Holmes scores.
Well, only 1 second difference in the shot clock here. They could dribble it out.
And Sidora with the textbook lay-in, the fundamentals. 117-112. Down to 15, and Gettinger strips one. All alone, and off the backboard to Sidora. There's your showtime.
I saw that coming. They kind of eyed each other up, and what a great way to finish the game.
2 seconds left. What have we? Off the backboard to Gettinger on the try. Home team settles for the 119-112 win. What a show.
It was entertaining. Good performance by all the guys. Good job with the coaches. And thanks to the officials coming out. Probably pretty easy for them, right? I don't think they got yelled at too much tonight. Good job by the coaches, and most of all, great job by the players. They did a good job out here today competing. Seen a lot of smiles on the faces. Good game.
Now one guy in the girls' game got booed there for about 5 seconds.
That's right,
That was the one. Oh, they're going to present the MVP award. John Turpak from S3 is on the mic.
The player who became the MVP is the man who never misses arm day, Joe Sidora.
Joe Sidora, he's the guy. Finishes with 20. And many of those were down the stretch, finishing the job.
Yeah, he ramped it up a little bit the last couple minutes there. Gets to take a trophy home for it.
And gets a photo op with John Turpak from S3. Yet Tate and Ethan Glass, they can't wait to get on the floor here. They're looking to shoot.
Tate's like, come on, guys, just wrap this up. I want to get my workout in. Calm down, Tate. Just wait a little bit.
It's good to see things never change.
This is my court.
Well, they'll have the big team photo here, and I think we're going to get the Red Line guys up here. And in case they're in tandem, Dean, I thought I brought enough headsets with 3 of them today. I guess not, but if they're up here in tandem with me, do you, any final thoughts from you on what we saw today, the girls and the boys?
It's just a great day. I mean, my first takeaway from it all was just all the smiles that you've seen all day long. So anytime you can get together with people from all around the county and just enjoy the day and enjoy the playing against each other. And, you know, it's obviously it's not about who's winning or losing, but you saw some competitiveness out there, and you got to see the players' skill, you know, and it was just a fun day.
Well, hopefully it's an annual thing here at the Grumbacher Center. Hopefully
that'd be great.
Do that with you again next year to wrap up the season of local hoops. And that is a wrap today, although not for our coverage. I think we are going to have post-game interviews up here. But what a treat. What a treat again. What a weekend. Last night is still surreal. York Adams League team winning the whole thing. We had Greg Gettinger up here at halftime. He still didn't have the words for it. And just still basking in the glow. Lots of local fans are. Some of his teammates here today watching. And then finishing it up today with this showcase event. Lots of photos together, teammates together. I'm looking down there, I see Gettinger and the 2 Red Line guys, rivals, but they want a photo together. They're all good now. They were, again, just like I said with the Suburban West York girls showdown, some of the fiercest battles we've seen all year, but they're all good now.
That's definitely one of the neat things about today. You know, you battle against each other, and you know, you kind of become enemies there for a little bit, but kind of have this relaxed atmosphere and get to spend some good time together.
And of course, we're talking about Central a lot this weekend, but the Eastern fellas down there getting their team photo together, and really enjoyed following their run all the way to District Gold and state quarterfinals. And, their division rivals from West York, getting a photo with Mark Walker in there as well. And then I guess they kind of sort of go separate ways into spring sports, but I'm sure a lot of these guys will see each other. See Ben Rill and his cousin Kevin.
Yeah, it's neat.
Photo op down there. Maybe Jim lied to us about the interviews.
I can go get him. I'll go get him. How about that?
You're itching for something to
do. I'll be right back.
Okay, all right. Dean is on the case.
Oh, Jim's got him.
Jim, he's our man.
Here's the York College girls team is quick to wrapping things up, putting the chairs away. Credit to them. They worked hard today. There's a lot that goes into it.
They did.
To get everything set up. So credit to everybody involved, the staff and
I think
members of the team and giving up their time. Looks like there's some extra pretzels there, Daryl. Maybe you can get one of those.
Go with my PB&J from some hours ago. Yeah, I think pretty much the whole York College women's team was here today working the event. But we've got some red line greatness joining us here post-game up here. Joe Sador and Chris Williams will join us post-game. Throw on the headsets there, guys. And Chris is getting his on. Joe's already on the mic. So how much fun was that for you today? I'll start with you, Joe.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun. I mean, in the first half, I didn't really take any shots. I think I took like 2 shots, had like a layup. Then the second half, when it was close in the end, that's definitely was the most fun because at first it felt like nobody was trying. But at the end, everybody's trying, so it was fun.
How about you, Chris? How much fun was it for you?
I just enjoyed it. Getting to play all the guys that we've grown up playing against one last time was pretty fun. This is our second All-Star game, so I kind of knew what to expect coming into it. But yeah, it was just a great time. It was fun.
Yeah, Joe, I felt like you were trying to get that dub there at the end. Yeah. You were trying to make sure home team got the win.
Yeah, I mean, Levi, he came in talking trash, and like I didn't want to lose. I didn't want to lose to Division II as Division I because I personally think that's embarrassing if that would happen. So I just wanted to make sure we get the win.
Chris, what was the level of trash talk out there today?
It was just friendly trash talk. I'm meeting some of these guys for the first time, but I've known most of them. But, like Joe said, Levi cracking a couple jokes every now and then. So it was good to go out there and get the win. Say Division I's better.
The Red Line Central games this year were some of the fiercest games we watched all year. You guys are rivals, but then, I see you getting photos with Greg after the game. I'm sure there's mutual respect. What is that aspect of it like to kind of relax a little bit and kind of enjoy each other today?
Well, yeah, I've been teammates with Greg back since we were teammates in middle school. Start of high school, we were teammates, and we've always competed.
Like AAU?
AAU, yep. And then since I started as a sophomore, it's just been battles every year since. I mean, my sophomore year, we got the best of them. My junior year, they got the best of us, and then this year it was a little back and forth. So, yeah, it's definitely a lot of respect between the two programs, between the players. But, yeah, it's always fun to compete against them, and then to be on the same team for once is nice.
Chris, I think if there was a slam dunk contest in the league this year, you'd be my pick. You had some rim rattlers this year. I don't have any clue what it's like to be able to do that. How much fun is it to be able to do that?
Getting a dunk in a game is something that, you dream of when you're younger. So to do it now is really fun. If I didn't have this guy, I don't get as many dunks as I do. You look back at the games, you see the full court passes, the outlet passes that he throws me. So I'm grateful to have him as a teammate. And, yeah, just slamming one is great, especially in a good environment. Getting the crowd hype. It's obviously a game changer. So, yeah, it's just something I love to do.
Joe, you had a few of those today, too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get up nearly as high as he does. And I'm not as athletic. So, like, the chances that I actually have the dunk are a lot less than what he has. So when I do get to do it, it's always nice. It always feels good.
Was Coach Schmel pretty relaxed down there today? He looked like it.
Yeah. He showed up. Coach Sowers was here like an hour and a half before the game, had his guys in the locker room. Coach Schmel showed up like 15 minutes before tip-off. I'm just like, he asked us what we wanted the rotations to be. He was just He was just there.
That's awesome.
That's it.
That's awesome. Well, he didn't get to play on this floor at your college. He played at our old gym, but he was one of the all-time greats.
Yep.
But Chris, we really enjoyed watching you guys at Redline this year. Just an awesome year. You did things that the program hasn't done in 20 years. What was it like to be in the midst of that and to feel that support from the Redline community and have everybody behind you like that?
It's definitely something that I wasn't prepared for, because I know you see the county games and how big they get, but that last game against Central at Dallastown was something I've never got to experience before. I mean, packed out gym, energy from both sides, just you can't even hear anything, so much noise, and an environment like that is something that I hope everyone gets to experience. I'm grateful that we got to get that, and I just hope that our program gets to keep going to games like that. And that was just a wonderful experience.
I think it says a lot about York Adams League basketball and the fan support. And Joe, the story with you and what you had to overcome this year, man. I mean, does the ankle still hurt?
Yeah, so there's definitely pain. Like today actually, there was no trainer here. It was the first time I played without wrapping it. I was a little nervous at first. I think that's probably why I started off so slow. I was nervous. I was thinking about it, and then the second half, I was just like, whatever, go out and play. Like, if I tweak it, I tweak it. But yeah, no, it was definitely very difficult coming back. Honestly, probably more mentally than physically, just because like I broke it. When I broke it, I was posting up. I shot the layup, came down, landed on somebody's foot. So it was like I was nervous to like post up. I was nervous to cut. I was nervous to jump in crowded areas. So getting over that fear was definitely difficult. But once I got over it, I could feel my a little bit of my old self come back. So now that that fear is gone, it's definitely refreshing.
You're tough as nails, and
I appreciate that.
I don't mean and I don't mean to bring up a bad memory, but just to kind of cap the story, like, what were your thoughts when it happened? What was going through your head?
So I've never had a major injury before, and that time when it happened, I kind of knew like right away. I was like, yeah, this is bad, because when I went to urgent care, the lady actually told me 1 to 2 weeks and I'd be back. And I was like, yeah, there's no way that's right. Because my dad was like, that's great news. Like, he's all happy. I'm like, I don't think that's right, because I knew something was up. So then I had to go back 2 days later, and then they told me the news that I needed surgery. And, like, that was crushing, because I thought my whole senior season was gone. But the fact that I was able to come back as fast as I did, I'm, like, so thankful for that.
Yeah, well, honestly, it was inspirational, I think, for a lot of people to watch you do that and the season that you guys had. And Chris, I'll start with you on this question. What's next? Do you have spring sports, or what's next for you?
I'm not really sure where I'm planning on going to college. I mean, I'm talking to a coach right now about playing, but as for what's coming up for me, it's still kind of a mystery. I'm just taking it step by step.
Keep us all in suspense.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what you want to study or anything? You thought about that?
Definitely something in business.
Okay.
I don't know if it's business management or not, but definitely something to do with business.
Okay. How about you, Joe?
So I'm going up to Penn State for sure, Maine, and I've been in contact with Coach Rhodes and Coach Dorney a little bit about a potential walk-on. Obviously, nothing set in stone, nothing guaranteed, but there's an opportunity for me at least to try out in front of them and show them what I'm capable of. I've been in contact with them. I've contacted them, my stats, my highlights. They said they're interested. So there's a little bit of an opportunity there. Who knows what happens, but I definitely want to make the most of that.
Fantastic. Do you know what you're going to study up there?
Yeah, I got in for undeclared, but I plan on declaring for finance.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, guys, it has been an absolute pleasure to watch you throughout the years and today. Lots of fun. Really appreciate you coming up here post-game. And one last time wearing that jersey, right?
Yeah,
it's kind of bittersweet.
Bittersweet for sure.
Yeah, you guys represented it really well.
Thank you.
So Joe Sidora and Chris Williams joining us post-game.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys. I
Thank
know
you.
There's people waiting to see you, so appreciate the time.
Appreciate it.
Go enjoy it.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Thank you.
We will take one last break here post-game. We'll wrap things up for you after this.
Hey athletes, want to take your game to the next level? Join the area's best athletes and coaches at S3 Performance Training. Since 2014, S3 Performance Training has developed many of the best college, high school, and middle school student athletes in South Central Pennsylvania. S3 offers age-appropriate performance training for all participants, including college preparatory strength and conditioning for older advanced athletes. Run faster, jump higher, get stronger, and reduce the risk of injury with S3 Performance Training. S3 Performance Training, located inside Heritage Hills Athletic Club, or visit us online at s3performancetraining.com.
That'll just about wrap things up for us here today. What a great event, and I'm sure the plans are for this to become an annual thing here at the Grumbacher Center. Great venue for it here at York College, and thanks to Jim Kunkel, one of Betsy Whitman's assistants, for heading this up and bringing this here. Katie Kilpatrick down there brought me a soft pretzel post-game. Appreciate that. And Betsy Whitman and her entire team helped work this event today. And thanks to all the local coaches, those that coached the game, those who were in attendance today as well, and the great local student athletes who put their talents on display one last time on the basketball floor here at this year's S3 Performance Training Senior All-Star Game. And of course, a huge thank you to the sponsors, S3 and also eXp Realty, Jonathan Schultz. Today's game was brought to you by S3 Performance. Like many of today's all-star participants, you can train with the area's best athletes and coaches at S3 Performance Training. S3 offers age-appropriate performance training for all participants, including college preparatory strength and conditioning for older advanced athletes. Run faster, jump higher, get stronger, and reduce the risk of injury with S3 Performance Training. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, or visit www.s3performancetraining.com today. And the game's also brought to you by eXp Realty. Are you looking for your perfect home? Let Jonathan Schultz, your local eXp Realty realtor, assist you in finding the home of your dreams. Just as basketball requires precision and teamwork, navigating the real estate market requires expertise and dedication. With Jonathan's knowledge and eXp Realty's global network, we'll work together to score the home that suits your lifestyle and needs. Contact Jonathan Schultz today at 717-880-3471. That's 880-3471 to start your home buying journey. Don't wait on the sidelines. Let's make your real estate dreams a reality. Well, the girls' game, 65-57. The home team won that one. Pretty close, and so was the boys' game. Came down to the end, and the home team boys pulled away late, 119-112. Great display of talent here on the floor today, and we hope you enjoyed it. And for my broadcast partner, Dean Gamber and Dan Rainville on the camera and the production here today, Daryl Henry saying so long. And again, our thanks to York College for hosting, and to our sponsors today, and for those of you who were tuned in on this one. A great day at the S3 Senior All-Star Games. Hope you enjoyed high school hoops throughout this 2023-24 season. It's on to spring sports next. You've been watching here on Game Time PA. Thanks for being with us all season long. Have a good afternoon, everyone.